for France now! Thomas! Right at the end!
And it's Tony Adams put through by Steve Ball. Would you believe it? Water! Patrick Vieira is in for Arsenal and sweeps it home. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. He tripped it away from Carr. Henry!
And it's Arsenal! Arsenal FC! With my fervency!
It's time to go!
Evening, people. Evening. How are we all? As I can see from the chat room, every man and his dog is here. I wonder why that is. Welcome to another episode of Claude and the Banstas, another daily dose. Have I got two special guests for you tonight? Don't ever say I don't give you nothing, people. Don't ever say that ever again, right? Because I've got two absolute gifts for you tonight. Before I introduce them, this is a little dig at Terence because, as we all know, I love to bury him. He will never live this down. Foundations. It's all about the foundations, isn't it? We beat Aston Villa. Arteta's class. And we're going to touch on that tonight. And I've got the two best people to discuss this manager. Oh, my God, you thought I was bad. Listen to these two. But anyway, without further ado, let me bring him in. Jez, the legend, Collins.
Evening.
And my guy, LG. Come on. How are you?
Evening, people.
Oh, I'm buzzing. Right, so where do we start? Are we back? Foundations. This is all I keep hearing, Lee and Jess. Foundations. If you can't see it, you're not a real fan. Well, I think we all saw it the other night, didn't we? Hey, were Aston Villa that bad or were we that brilliant? Boys, let me know.
Well,
come on, Jazz. We'll start with you.
I was at the game. I have to be truthful, man. Aston Villa was shit. But we did really play well. And best performance of the season for me, without a doubt, to be fair. But I still want Arteta out.
Facts. Lee?
It was a bit of both. We played well. They didn't. And that might have been a bit down to us being pretty good on the night. That, like Joe said, that was our best performance of the season. But it's taken us 9 league attempts to get a best performance of the season. You know, the first 3 games people are just throwing in the bin. You know, I've seen people all over the internet this week since that win saying, oh, well, we've taken 14 out of 18 points. No, we ain't. We've taken 14 out of 27. Yeah, oh, but we're only a couple of points off 4th. Yeah, and we're 8 points off top. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, yeah, but we're level with Man United. Yeah, this is Man United's worst ever team, yeah, in 100 years. Yeah, or something stupid like that. That is the longest they have gone without a clean sheet in their history, by the way. Yeah, 142-year history. That is the longest run without a clean sheet. Last time they kept a clean sheet was against Granada in April. Christ. Yeah, in the Europa League. Every single game since then, they've played about 20, 30 games or whatever it is since then. You know, I don't know the exact figure, but I'd imagine they played Granada again. I think they played the semi. Yeah, then they played the final. They've played all of the games this season. Yeah, Champions League. They've probably touched about 20, 25 games since then, yeah? Probably more. It probably is touching 30 games with the remainder of the league games that had left last season, and they have not kept a clean sheet in all of them games in a row. You know, so, you know, it's not an achievement being level with Man United at the moment. Yeah, the achievement would be sitting top in May. That's the achievement, not sitting 4 points off or 5 points off 4th. And sorry, mate, we got to raise our standards. We're the 3rd biggest football club in England, you know, and to be sitting there, still with a minus goal difference, by the way. 9 games in, we've got a minus goal difference. If we carry on with the ratio of points that we've got at the moment in the first 9 games, we end up with 59 points, which is 2 less than last season. So, you know, this was the manager that had a week to go and prepare for games. And Europe would do us a favour. Yeah, every team that is above us includes teams that are in Europe. Yeah, every team that's in Europe is above us.
Yeah.
So, you know, people can say about foundations this and foundations that. Great performance. Take nothing away from them. It was a great performance. But I've seen it all before, mate. Literally all before. You know, you go 2 steps forward and then you take 5 back. Yeah, then you get a big win, then you take 3 steps back again. You know, everyone was having street parties, Diesel, after the Tottenham game, and then we drew with Brighton and Palace. So don't get carried away, mate. Like, Aston Villa is not the benchmark.
We got Leicester coming next.
We were hitting form, by the way. And Maddison's starting to get back in the goals, starting to play well. So, yeah, their striker bagged 4 the other night. They've got Vardy, who always likes a goal against us.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? And, yeah, it's kind of mad. And when you look at, like, I always compare us in terms of manager and where we've gone forwards or backwards to West Ham. Yeah, not because I'm a loser, but because he got the job at the same time. A week later, he's had COVID twice. Our manager had COVID. Yep. His squad had 4 goalkeepers in it last season. He's got 1 striker that's any good and the rest are average. Not even average. Yarmolenko's pony, you know. He's got Ben Rama, who averages about 1 goal a year for West Ham, although this season he started very well. You know, so they had Jesse Lingard on loan in a purple patch. They're in Europe this season and they are still above us. Yeah, how is that even possible when you look how much money they haven't spent compared to us? It's mad. I know the season ain't ended yet, by the way, but if you're basing it on the first 9 games, we're probably where we deserve to be.
Yeah, West Ham are just slapping teams up. And let's be honest, you know, they had a great season. Well, probably their best ever season in God knows how long. And I don't think I'm wrong in saying this. We're all sitting here thinking, it's a one-off. They're in Europe next season. More games, a bigger strain on the squad, shall we say. They didn't have the best of transfer markets. Surely they can't do this again. And yet, 9 games in, as you said, I know it's obviously early doors, but they've just picked up from where they left off. Like, no matter who they play, they're doing the business. Like, let's be honest, their fans are loving life right now. You know, Lee, you're right, because I said to Jez, you know, regarding the game that we played against Villa, listen, I'm a massive believer in credit where credit's due, right? And I'll always coat off this club when it's needed, yeah? But when they put a performance together like that, yes, Villa were crap, but I'm not going to be one of those who, every time we win a game, yeah, but look at the other team. They were poor because, in my opinion, I thought in that game we made them poor, right? From the get-go, the last stream I did, I said I would give Kieran Tierney 1 more game. If he's poor in that, I'm dropping him. I love Tierney to bits, right? But no one is exempt from this team. If you play poor, you're out. Tavares coming. I actually agreed with Arteta on that. I thought he played really well. I thought Smith Rowe was blatantly the man of the match. I thought Ben White, I thought that was his best ever game. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, what I said to Jez earlier on, Lee, the more I see Arsenal play like this, the more I see us get a decent result by playing that way, the more I want this manager out. Because what I'm seeing is a team who and I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, do you know what? If we can do that, if we're capable of that under a piss poor manager, what could we do under a top-class manager? Because for me, all the ingredients are there. You know, Arteta has not got a piss-poor squad, by the way. What he's got, he should be doing a lot better with. And it's very reminiscent of Man United, right? We all saw it the other day. I bang on about it all the time on this stream. Solskjaer is the one man who is stopping that squad over there, right, from a title challenge. Get rid of him, put in a top-class manager. With a squad like that, they should be in the mix. End of. That's not even a debate. And
I said Diesel.
Do you know what I mean? Get Arteta out, get in a proper manager, and look at the squad we've got. We've got the makings of something decent here, but we need the right man to lead it. And at the moment, we haven't. It's as simple as that for me, you know?
As I said, Diesel, before we came on, you know, all the hype at the moment, the rumours in the backyard are that they're in talks with Conte. If Conte goes there, mate, we're stuffed.
What's going on?
We need Conte. We need a Simeone. As I said to you, you know, there's players that Conte and Simeone would just hang up by their ankles and smack them against the dressing room wall. People like Xhaka, you know, who are, you know, they just elude weakness in this club. And it was interesting Friday night. I'll just go back to Friday night, yeah? We all know how in and out Lacazette can be. Now, the difference was on Friday, he didn't come out looking sulky, looking pissed off. He came out like he wanted to fight, like any good professional footballer should. Now, I was having a chat with a couple of lads at half time, and we were debating whether what was psyching him up. Is it because maybe, excuse me, is it because he's looking to get out and is like up in his game time to actually say, well, actually, I'm actually pretty good, and will somebody come in for me? Maybe Newcastle. Has anybody seen the Newcastle shopping list today?
Yeah, I've seen it.
He's on it. He's on it.
Yeah, Coutinho, him, Dele Alli. But let's be real, they're all right Premier League players, aren't they? Like, and they would elevate Newcastle. The thing is, they could throw a ton of money at him as well, and he ain't going to be expensive because he's got 6 months left come January. The only problem is, I don't think he can move in January, but they'd have to pay a fee. Yeah, and he can't talk to other clubs, I think, unless they're abroad. So it'd have to be them. Well, I suppose you can, because that's how it works now, isn't it? You tap up the player and then you put the fee in. So, I mean, that saying that you can't.
It's already saying that, Lee. But you know, there's such a thing as a mobile phone.
Yeah. Well, listen, if Lacazette went to Newcastle, how much would we get for him? 10 million, 15 million?
If that.
With 6 months left on his contract, we ain't getting a lot for him, are we? And then what does that mean for us going forward? Because then if Aubameyang gets injured, then what?
Exactly.
And that's the problem we've put ourselves in by not going and buying a striker in the summer or getting rid of Lacazette and then buying a striker.
That's the thing, though, Lee. See, no one's talking about this, right? They're only going to start talking about it when January comes, because it's another classic Ozil situation, right? We haven't learnt from it. So as much as we beat Spurs, and as you say, because we all know of one guy who hasn't been on here for a while, but we all know of one guy who had a street party, and that's a fact. Tony Blackwell, his brother-in-law in the chat, confirmed that to me. He sent me the pictures, right? The bunting was at the street parties and all that, right? But we all go excited over that. But when you look at Lacazette, even now, right, he ain't great. But if he still had 2 years left on his contract, we could probably still get 35 million, right? So we'd be lucky to get 15 right now. And it just goes to show we haven't learned. So what Raul, when he was here, Edu, all of these, these guys, giving us promises, we've learned from it. That's never going to happen again. Once they go down to 18 months, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Again, it's proven now. It's classic. It's crap. We've been hoodwinked yet again, so. But yeah, because we moan about it and talk about it, then we're the ones that are classed as.
That's because you just have to go with it, Diesel. You're not allowed to actually talk about what's going on. You have to live in a fantasy world and like pretend everything's rosy and it's the yellow brick road and all of that crap. Yeah, the fact and reality is we're 10th in the table, aren't we? Yeah, we're 10th and we're on a 6-game unbeaten streak. Let that sink in, mate. Yeah. Do you remember last season when we were 15th for 5 games straight?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All the way through December, we were 15th. Then we went on a little unbeaten streak. Yeah, and it was like, all of a sudden we're now up to 9th. Do you know what? Yesterday was the 1-year anniversary since we've last been 7th or above. In the last 12 months, we've been below 7th every single day for 12 months straight, apart from when the day of the season kicked off and we're in alphabetical order. Yeah. But in actual games, if there's been a game played week 1, in the last 12 months, we ain't been above 7th, mate. Yeah, and it's mad. It's actually insane, and people just sit and accept it. Did you see the footage of Barcelona's manager Koeman getting his car smashed a bit?
Yeah. At the end of
Barcelona
the game.
put a statement out. Yeah, I'm not saying go and do that, of course, but that was because they lost El Clasico. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, and people want to moan about us three and others that sit on the internet tweeting or on YouTube channels, and they say we're toxic. Well, what's that then? Yeah, he had to literally, some geezer was on his bonnet. He was driving along with a geezer on his bonnet. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a different world out here, mate. Like, Real Madrid were top of the table. They were top of the table the other week. They lost to FC Sheriff in the Champions League game. And they were booing, they were jeering. Yeah, the white handkerchiefs were out. And it's like, they had their best start to a season for 30 years or something, Real Madrid, right? But they lose to one crappy team, and all of a sudden, bang. Yeah, because that is the standards of these football clubs. Like, you don't lose, you win every game. And if you don't win every game, at least have a flipping go, innit?
Yeah. Do you know what? I'll do you one better, right? And I think we've both said this to each other in the past. Messi, their greatest all-time player ever, goes 2 or 3 games without scoring a goal. You think them fans are not on his back?
Mate, they chased him out the ground. Yeah, when he was in his car, they were chasing him down the street because he went 3 games without a goal. They kicked Gareth Bale's wing mirror off his car because he had a shit performance. Like, not this time round, but a couple of years ago. Sergio Ramos had to come and calm everyone down. And it's like, you know, I'm not saying go and do that, but at the same time, in these foreign countries, yeah, it is a different planet, mate. What's his name who plays for Sporting Lisbon? Banstas. Yeah, he got punched up on training pitch. They stormed the training pitch and the team bus and whatever, beat up the players a couple of years back, Sporting players, because they had a shit run. They literally jumped on the team bus. We see it when Mustafi and Kolasinac were at Schalke, getting chased out down the road. Yeah, getting chased off the team bus. You know, in Italy, like, that's a whole different planet, mate. They try and kidnap the wives and everything out there. Like, Napoli players had to all relocate, all the wives and that, because they were trying to be, like, they were getting kidnapped and, like, people are trying to kidnap them. I'm not saying go to these extremes, by the way. Yeah, but why can't I sit here and say we're shit? Why can't I sit here and say Temp's not good enough? Why can't I sit here and say this manager's crap? Do you know what I'm saying? Because is Ancelotti a crap manager? No. But they want to kick off when they lose to FC Sheriff, even though they've won every other game. Yeah, because that is the level, and that is how our standard should be, because we're one of the biggest teams in the world. Yeah, but our fans seem to just allow this crap because they fancy Mikel Arteta. That's all it is. They fancy him, mate.
There you go.
Yeah, they see something in him, or they want to see something in him. But it's just like, it's the only explanation. Look at the song. He's the best looking Spaniard I know. Then they talk about how perfect his hair is. Then he's got nice drip. Why don't you just say you want to have sex with him? It's true, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what it is, though, Jason.
With football management.
We signed Ben White, and then all I saw in social media was, we've got the best looking defence in the league. And I'm like, so? What was that? Like, to even think that and say it and write it, that, and I just look at it, I think, do you know what? That just sums up the club, doesn't it? You know, it just.
I remember when we had the best defence in the league. They were all ugly fuckers.
Do you know what I mean?
When you said Keogh, Adams, were great. You know what I mean? Lee Dixon was probably the best looking.
He was probably the best one, wasn't he?
Yeah. You know what I mean? And we had Ashley Cole. He's probably a good-looking boy. But, you know, I'd rather have a load of like, ugly bastards that actually play football.
Yeah.
And will kick a few players up in the air. You know what I mean? Keown against Keane. Yeah, we all remember that one. And, so I don't give a fuck what people look like. I just want people to actually turn up and play.
And do their job properly.
And I'm sorry. And I don't care, you know, people hate me. I don't give a shit, to be honest. But sorry, Arteta, mate, you ain't good enough. You ain't going to take us anywhere. He's been here 2 years. We've won an FA Cup. Very nice. We fluked it. We fluked that FA Cup. And let's be honest, we did fluke it.
Yep.
Yeah. We got lucky. And that's it. And he ain't going to win us any Premier Leagues. He ain't going to win us, even if we were in Europe. He's proved that. He ain't going to win us anything. So, as the great one once said, time to go, man. Piss off.
But see that this is what annoys me, right? With a lot of fans, especially my co-host on here. Even if it wasn't a fluke, let's just say it wasn't, right? And Arsenal, you know, they won it with ease. It's fish and chip paper. Do you know what I mean, Lee? I mean, look, we've both been in sales, right? If I smashed it in 2019, but every year since then I flopped, I'm sacked. I can't keep saying, well, 3 years ago I done the business for you.
Yeah, but this is Arsenal fans in a nutshell, Diesel.
What are you doing now for me? What are you doing now?
Yeah, Arsenal fans in a nutshell, though. They live on sentiment because the majority of our online fan base have grown up under Arsene Wenger's reign. Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. You can tell by the way that people talk and tweet and stuff like that. The majority, and I don't know the exact numbers, of course, but every time I see people on Insta, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter talking about football, you can tell that they're not interested in anything before Premier League or before Wenger. So you grew up in Wenger's era. Yeah, we've all seen life before Wenger. We've all seen life before Premier League and before Champions League, when you had to actually win the league to qualify for European Cup. Yes, and it was the proper Champions League. Yeah, because now it's the third place loser cup. Like, you can get into it by coming third or fourth. Like, and it's like that's what it's done. And the thing is, sentiment holds a lot of football clubs back. A lot of football clubs back, mate. Yeah, I said this the other day. It was only, I think it was a mate of mine on WhatsApp. I said, how many clubs in world football actually want to win? Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, there's 3. The rest in this league don't. Bayern Munich, yeah, Dortmund don't. Otherwise, we wouldn't keep flogging their players to Bayern Munich or like giving them away to Bayern Munich. Yeah, so there's 4. Juventus, there's 5. Yeah, then you've got Real Madrid, 6. PSG 7. After that, we're kind of struggling, aren't we? Because Barca don't really want to win anymore. Yeah, you know, that club's fucked, mate. Totally fucked. So there's maybe 7 clubs in world football that actually try to want to win the major honours. And when people sit there and cry about, oh yeah, but an influx of money and they're spending this, it's not illegal to spend money, mate. In fact, if anything, I praise them for doing it because they actually want to win. Yeah, and I've tweeted this the other day, right? Leeds United, who we play tomorrow, they got a penalty in stoppage time. There was 6 minutes of stoppage time against Wolves, right? With 3 minutes to go, yeah, he blasts it in, Rodrigo. So there's still 3 minutes of stoppage time to go. Instead of getting the ball out the back of the net, he runs as fast as he can to the corner flag and snapped it in half. He kicked it that hard, like genuinely bent it, yeah, right? And then celebrated for over a minute. I'm like, mate, you're at home. You've just equalised. It's 1-1. You got 3 minutes of stoppage time. Get the fucking ball, run back to the centre circle, plot it down and say, right, let's go and win it. But this is the problem now. Money has absolutely killed this game, mate, because now, yeah, it's not about wanting to win. Yeah, like for Leeds, for example, watch the team they put out tomorrow. They're all about staying in the Premier League. They couldn't give a shit about this cup. Why? When was the last time they actually won an FA Cup or a League Cup? Yeah, you know, and that pisses me off. Then you've got the players. They're more about their own personal glory than team glory. So that guy was more interested in celebrating his equaliser rather than the team going and winning. Yeah. Yeah. And then you've got teams like Arsenal, Man United, and all the other teams other than the top 3 in this league that ain't interested in winning because you're getting paid £100 a week, whether you're fucking playing for West Ham, like or Tottenham or Chelsea or whatever. Yeah. And the club will still turn over a mass revenue. Like, I think it's 15 million quid less for coming second than it is first in the Premier League. So what's the incentive to go and win it by spending another 50, 60, 70 million on players? There's no incentive because if you come second, you only lost 15 million on if you won it, but you would have spent another 50 million to win it. So you're down 35.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like...
And you know how mad it is, right? When you get a team who's relegated from the Premier League will get more money than, say, Bayern Munich for winning their league.
Yeah.
So the relegated team, their parachute payments, they get what? Probably more
I think they get 300 million over 3 years. It's crazy. It's crazy. Bayern Munich's cheapest season ticket is €75 or 95 euro. 95 euros. Jez, you paid more than that for the game the other night.
He paid more than that for a burger and chips.
You paid about 120 euros for that game, mate. Bayern Munich can get a whole season ticket for that, and your season ticket includes your travel. Yeah, it's like if you go away as well. I was speaking to a Schalke fan a few years back, and he said for an away game in Germany for Schalke, it was €7, and that includes your coach travel. Like, it's a different planet, mate. And look at that team.
And you're watching proper football as well. Yeah,
they want to win. They want to win everything, mate. Like, it's mad, and that's what winds me up with it. And then, you know, because the sentiment's involved, and then it's, you know, Arsene Wenger and Sky Sports and everything, and BT Sport and all these pundits bigging up. Oh yes, the top 4 race. Who gives a shit? What about winning the league?
Yeah.
You know, who remembers in '93 when we won the 2 cups? Yeah. Does anyone know who came 4th that year?
No.
Exactly, but I know that we won 2 cups. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But this is how football's gone now, and everyone's now a statistician, a mathematician. It's like people watch games with a calculator, a fucking ruler, and a spreadsheet. Like, who gives a fuck? Watch the game. Who's good? Who ain't? Like, try and win. Yeah, it really does wind me up, man. Maybe I'm just getting old. I don't know.
No, listen, I tell you, GT Playboy, thank you. I've got a few super chats here. GT Playboy, thank you very much for the super chat, mate. Good evening, gents. Arteta out.
Always.
Yes, GT. Nice one, nice one. You are in our firm. We have, look, one of your boys, Lee. Brandon, hope you're well, mate. Hope you're good.
Come on.
Much appreciated, mate. He's put United second, Ollie to bring in Conte equals huge mistake. Why haven't they come in for the best young coach in world football? Arteta. Like we didn't know who you meant, Brandon.
Why ain't Newcastle after Arteta, by the way?
Interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Why don't Newcastle want a manager like that? Obviously, they're not going to go and get the top tier manager right now. So surely that Arteta job, like the Newcastle job, would be right up the street for Arteta, wouldn't it? You know, he'd get all the time in the world. He don't have to worry about winning any fucking games.
Actually, that's a great point, Lee. Great point. I was going to bring this up. When I watched the game, Man City game, yeah, Pep Guardiola was sat on his bench most of the game, whereas Arteta is doing his windmills every game. Did it again Friday night. So, where has he learnt this from? Where has he learnt this thing of micromanaging the team? You know, as we've all discussed this before, he must have a game plan, but I don't think he does. But as soon as the game starts, literally within 10 minutes, he's on the touchline in his area doing all this. Pep Guardiola, who apparently was his mentor, I didn't see him doing that.
He don't do that.
So where has this come from? Graham Potter down at Brighton when I was there, just sat in the box. Yeah, all right, fair play. Probably he wanted to sit out the rain because it was pissing down. But he was like, you know, he had his team set up, and we should have lost. We should have lost to Brighton that day. Yeah, they were unlucky. So please tell me, where is this, or what is it about this world's youngest or Europe's greatest young coach? Because I can't see it. Now,
yes, they just want to shag him, but they don't want to admit it. Everything they talk about is non-football related.
I'll tell you what. If Arteta leaves, right, tomorrow I'll shag him.
And I'll go straight after you, Jez.
I'm going nowhere near that, mate. Yeah, I've got standards.
Look, guys, I'm joking. Seriously.
That's going to get clipped, Jez. You already know that.
I'm seriously joking. I'm not that way at all.
No, but you make a great point, though, Jez, right? Because we've spoke about this on the podcast before. You've got a whole week to prepare a team, right? So you've got a whole week to adopt and implement your style for what you're coming up against. So you're coming up against Palace, you know they're going to work hard, they're going to track you down, they're going to try and overpower you, yeah? And then they're going to try and get it out to their, up to their big man, yeah? In Benteke. They're going to try and whip crosses in, so you've got to try and stop that at source and stop the cross coming in, yeah? Right? But, and if they lump it up to him, you've got to stop the second man run. Yeah, in behind or down the wing or whatever it may be, yeah? So it's like you've had all week to do that, right? You've had a whole week to implement that style. So why are you off your bench giving it all that, directing the planes in? Yeah, all of that one after 2 minutes. Yeah, and doing that all the way through the game. I'll tell you why. Because you don't fucking trust yourself. Yeah, because your game plan, yeah, was not the right game plan because you didn't have a clue what you were doing. So you talk a good game. You make it sound all good with all these big words about transition and like transmit and all of this crap. What a load of bollocks. Yeah, you're supposed to set up a football team to go and batter Crystal Palace. Yeah, albeit we ain't beaten them at home for 4 years. But that in itself just sums it all up. Yeah, he's been manager for 2 of them, by the way. Yeah, so come on. Like, first time he's beaten Dean Smith in 4 attempts. In fact, the first time we scored against him in 4 attempts, he's lost all 3 before the other day. And it's like, even through that game, he was still doing it. And it's like, you set that team up wrong. Yeah, and you do it every week, which is why you have to get up and realize, oh shit, we're getting overrun over there. Oh, yeah. Jez, you say it all the time. Like, the players look lost. Like Thomas Partey, when he was at that game the other week, was looking at him like,
what are you talking about? Yeah.
And he literally stopped with a ball at his feet. Like, what? What do you want me to do? You know, and it's like they look confused. And it's all well and good getting a couple of wins here and there, but this is why I ain't having it, because you know, people have got on to me saying, oh, you want us to lose? Yeah. And if people actually dissect what I'm saying, instead of just being an idiot with it, right? I had this row with a Man United fan today. I think he thought I was a Man United fan. It was hilarious, right? And he was like, you want your team to lose? I said, yeah, because I support the club. I don't support paid employees, mate. Yeah, I've supported Arsenal Football Club. None of these fuckers were here when I started supporting it. Yeah, and none of them will be here when I'm still supporting it. Yeah. So why am I going to run around, jumping around, sucking off Mikel Arteta, and jizzing over players that are fucking useless when I've seen proper footballers and proper managers? Exactly, yeah. It's like, why am I going to do that? Why am I going to lower my standards to your standards, right? And when people say, yeah, but you want us to lose, that's not a proper supporter. Yeah, read it back. I support the club, not the paid employees that are dispensable and disposable and you can get rid of. Every single person at this football club, bar the owner and his son, you can sack. You can get rid of. Terminate the contract. Do whatever you want to do, but you can get rid of them if you really wanted to, yeah? So why would I sit here and jump up and down for somebody who's a fucking mercenary that'll fuck off to the next club that throws 100 grand in his pocket? Yeah. Like I've done them days. Yeah, I've done them days with Alexis and fucking Van Persie and players like that. I ain't doing it anymore, mate. Yeah, because the fact and reality is Bukayo Saka, as much as I rate him, yeah, if a club comes in and bids 100 million for him and 350 grand a week, bye-bye Bukayo, he's going. Yeah. So why do people get emotionally attached to players and managers? I don't get it. Yes, great, have your favourites. I've got favourite footballers, Riyad Mahrez. I've got the shirt on underneath. Yeah. Like I like Mahrez. But I genuinely couldn't give a shit who Mahrez plays for. I just like watching Mahrez.
Yeah. It's like Messi, isn't it? Like Messi, Ronaldo. It's that debate on who you prefer. You know, I don't support Barcelona, but when Messi was there all them years, he's just a player I would just get out of bed early doors and watch. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you appreciate football, then you appreciate the look at.
And that's it. I'm a football fan. Like that,
you know, Gianfranco Zola, those sort of players. I can't stand Chelsea. I hate them. But I'll tell you something. Christ, what I love watching players make it effortless. I love effortless players. I always have. You know, and you don't get better than Zola, Bergkamp, Henry. You know, those sort of.
And this is another thing as well, right? So people say to me all the time when I say, yeah, like somebody said, you seem so angry that we won. I said, yeah, I wanted us to get fucking hammered, mate. Yeah. And he was like, you're a disgrace. How? Yeah. I then asked that guy where he thinks we'll finish this season. He said 6th. I said, so you're jumping up and down like we've just won the fucking lottery. Yeah. Because we beat Aston Villa 3-0. Yeah. And now you're telling me it's to finish 6th. Unless we win the league, every fucking win this season is irrelevant. Yeah. That's how I see football now because I'm bored, man. I'm bored of this club lying every single season. Do what's required to win a title, which is why we left that last stadium. Yeah. Do what's required because all of this bullshit in the middle is just irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all it does, we've seen this under Wenger. Sorry, Jez, one sec, buddy. Yeah. We see this under Wenger. Yeah. We'd be knocked out of every competition by February or March. Then we'd go on a mad run when the pressure's off. Everyone would get excited. We'd then go and buy one player like Ozil or Sanchez, and everyone would go, oh, top 4, we're on, oh, yes, title. And then we're going to do it all over again the next fucking year.
Yeah. And what do they promise us? Every war chest. Yeah. Around the time the season tickets are up for renewal, we have a war chest this summer, yet we'll only go and sign one player.
Better check. And what's the point? Sorry, Jez, go on, mate.
No, sorry, mate. It's a great point you just made there. There was a certain lady on AFTV who said she'd rather not win a trophy and take 6th. We all know.
I'm glad I don't watch that crap anymore, to be fair.
No, I haven't. I only watched that particular one because I saw something somewhere. Somebody somewhere put it. And I watched it and I thought, well, you're on one of the probably the biggest Arsenal channel, and that is what these deluded people, youngsters, I'm talking about easily led youngsters, 12, 14, 15-year-olds, will follow. So they follow that because they think, oh, what she's saying is correct. Oh, so we'll go for 6th spot, get in the European Conference League,
or Europa,
whatever. You know, and move from there. Excuse me, lady, and you know who you are. You're a fucking arsehole because at the end of the day, we want to be number 1.
Exactly.
And win the FA Cup and get back into Europe and challenge for Europe, not end up as the fifth
loser. Yeah. Where does this mentality come from, though, Jez? Because I don't even know who it was you're talking about because I don't watch it, mate. But like,
well, it's kids that have grown up at the egg and spoon race at school where they all get a medal because they've taken part.
Oh yeah. Same as my daughter gets that now. Yeah.
If we're being honest, right?
Philippa's lost her egg. Little Philippa. Oh, she's lost her egg, but oh bless her, she's done all right. She's turned up, and so we better give her a medal because otherwise she'll cry. And her mummy Phoebe, and she'll get the ump because she's paying school fees. So we'll give her a medal. We don't want anybody to lose. We will all be fucking happy.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Let me ask the chat room this as well. Yeah. What is the main goal? Like, what is the objective of elite level sport? What's the objective?
And before we carry on, let me just quickly read this. It's going to disappear. Lovely Zoe Thomas. I know Zoe's in your chat a lot as well, Lee. Lovely girl. Always a massive support of both of ours. Always in the chat, contributing. Zoe, thank you very much. Joey's put big up the 3 realist ones. Hashtag Arteta in. Oh yeah, forgot your Chelsea. I'll let you off. Hashtag Ollie in up the Chelsea.
There we go. Look, everyone in the chat saying to win trophies, to win titles. Yeah, that is the objective of elite level sport. So why should you settle for anything less? To be king, Gunner. to get Lee to be king, are you joker? It's to win titles. Yeah, and that is the objective, right? And this is where football's like totally finished for me. And I say this all the time, and I don't say it lightly. I actually fucking mean it, right? Like I said earlier, you can go and play for somebody like Newcastle, with all due respect to them. I'm just picking them out because they're down near the bottom, and you could get 100 grand a week. So what is your incentive to want to go and play for Chelsea? Like, what is your incentive? Yeah, what is the incentive for you to get better? Because somebody like Joel Linton he cost 40 million quid, and people are feeling sorry for Steve Bruce, by the way. He done 160 million in 2.5 years, and people are crying about him because he got called a fat cabbage head. Bruv, put £8 million in my bank, you can call me whatever you want. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
And he's walked away, by the way, with 8 million. Yeah. Let's have that right.
Yeah, let's be real. He worked under Fergie. I'm sure Fergie called him worse. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, I've done all of that on a different stream and got told I'm a wanker and money doesn't equate to mental health and all. Shut up, man. Yeah. At the end of the day, why didn't he quit his job if it was that deep? Like, if it was that bad and fucking him up that much? He didn't, because he wanted the money. Not that he needed it, but it was the kudos, wasn't it? But anyway, that's by the by. So Joel Linton was 40 million quid. Let's say he's on 100 grand. For a 40 million pound transfer fee, you've got to be touching 100 grand a week, isn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's on 100 grand a week. He is one of the worst fucking players I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Granit Xhaka costs 35 million. He's on over 100 grand a week. Yeah. Told us all to do one, threatened to leave and go to Roma. Yeah. Wanted out, and then signed a new deal on a better pay deal. He's over 100 grand a week. Again, one of the worst footballers I've ever seen. And when people sit there with their rulers and their fucking spreadsheets out saying, oh, but he's got this much passing accuracy, and bruv, go and have a look at the midfields we used to have. Yeah. Santi, even not so long ago, Santi Cazorla, Fabregas, Kleb, Rosicky, Wilshere, players like that. And you're telling me Granit Xhaka is a baller? You're in cuckoo land. And this is what pisses me off, because Granit Xhaka has got no incentive to get better. Yeah, why do you think Ben White sat there and said he don't watch football? The cunt's made it. He has fucking made it, my friend. He has signed for Arsenal Football Club on about 100 grand a week. Yeah, he don't ever need to do anything, mate. So when I'm sitting there getting the ump with him saying, well, you should be watching your opponent, the player you're coming up against this weekend, you should be watching tape after tape after tape of that guy. Yeah. And you should be watching the best centre-backs on the planet. Get them on a DVD. Yeah. Get your fucking agent to drop it off to you, or this coaching staff to drop it off to you, and sit and watch Maldini, sit and watch Cannavaro, sit and watch fucking Van Dijk and Chiellini, the modern ones, to get better. But he's got no incentive to get better because he's made it. He's on a 5-year deal, 100 grand a week. Happy days. Why does he need to get better? Yeah. The ones that have that elite mentality play for the best clubs in the world. Yeah, and if they sign players like that don't have that elite mentality, guess what? Rinse and repeat. Bin him, see ya. Otamendi at Man City. Bye-bye. You're not good enough. You're Mustafi. Yeah, you're like Mustafi. Yeah, they went through how many centre-backs at that club? Yeah, because they didn't have it. Now they've got Ruben Dias, yeah, and Laporte, yeah, proper centre backs.
Yeah.
Liverpool have got proper centre backs, yeah, and they want to get better. They want to be the best. There is only a handful of clubs, like I said earlier, that actually want that. The rest, they couldn't give a fuck, mate. Yeah, because they're on too much money. An academy player, I know this for a fact. I'm not going to say who it is. There's an academy. It's not Bellerin. Yeah, there's an academy player at Arsenal who drives a 75 grand motor. Yeah, right. And he's on ridiculous dough, bruv. I think he's on like 26 grand a week or something. Yeah, bruv, he's never kicked a ball for the first team. Yeah, whether the car's rented or not, I don't know. Yeah, but it's like you're driving around in a car that expensive, and you're on 25 grand plus a week, and you have never played for the first team.
Do you know what? Right, I'm glad you said that because it wasn't Sean Wright Phillips. I think it might have been his brother Bradley. Right, there was. Some of the players were sort of outraged. This is a player who just can't break into the first team at all, and yet he's turning up in a different car every week. And do you know what, Lee and Jez? I want to ask you, and please, well, I don't even have to say this because I know
I'm going to toilet quickly. I'll be back. Yeah, I can hear you.
No worries. Right, I know you two obviously will be honest with me, right? Several months ago, we had Kevin Campbell on here, myself and Terry, and I asked him a question. I genuinely, hand on heart, Jez, I genuinely believe this, right? And I want everybody else's opinion in the chat as well. You know, years ago, with the youth, you know, with the the under 18s, when you was at the Arsenal or any club, you know, and you used to have those menial jobs, you know, cleaning the boots of the first team players, you know, washing out the swimming pools, you know, doing this, you know, washing cars, stuff like that, doing the washing the kits, right? All of those little menial jobs, which for me gave these youngsters a grounding, right? And it was, you know, a humble grounding, right? I know they don't do it anymore. They've knocked it on the head. And I asked Kevin Campbell once, I said, you know what? Do you think that plays a massive part? Because in my opinion, it does. Plays a massive part as to why these kids are they get it too quick, too soon, Jez. They haven't even done anything. I mean, in this country, a youngster, just say Smith Rowe, for example, he could have 5, 6, 7 good games in a row. All of a sudden, everyone's hyping him up for England. You know, for the national team. You know, we've had youngsters, Josh McEachran at Chelsea. We've had Michael Johnson. I'm sure he passed away. If he did, rest in peace to him. But when he was at Man City, some of these youngsters who burst onto the scene, and I thought, God, he's going to be some player. And whether it's because they're surrounded by the wrong people or whatever, you know, or they get that contract too quick, too soon. It's a lot of money. You know, you've got the clubs now saying, I'll buy your mum and your dad a mansion. Just make sure you sign first. I'll get you the best Range Rover or whatever. They've not done anything in the game. They get all this money. And it's got to take some of these youngsters, it's got to take something special for that mindset to still be, look, I've got thousands in the bank, but I still want to aspire to be. Do you know what I mean? But when the minute they knocked these jobs on the head, the washing the cars, the kits, the football boots, now it's all luxury. And there's a part of me that thinks when I hear Rio Ferdinand and all those players of old talking about some of the nasty jobs they had to do when they was that age, and it gave them such a good grounding. You know, they're not doing it anymore, Jez. And I think personally that plays a part. I really do.
Absolutely, man. I totally agree with you. I'll tell you a little fact. When Bertie Mee was... I've told Lee and Kenny this before. When Bertie Mee was manager of Arsenal, and when they won the double 70-71, Bertie Mee was an absolute tough nut. And my granddad told me, because he knew Bertie Mee when he was a steward at Arsenal, and if you got sent off playing for Arsenal under Bertie Mee, his punishment after the game was for you as a player, could be anybody, Charlie Jules, Frank McClintock, Bob Wilson, anybody, don't matter who you were, you had to apologise in front of the team, and he would make you, as a professional footballer, clean the changing room. I've told Lee and Kenny this before. That was the standards that Arsenal once had. And we know the story. I've told Lee, I've related it, that any new player coming in, apprentice, professional, you had to undertake a 30 question exam, brought in by Billy Wright in 62. Now, all that's gone. So I totally agree with you. What you're saying there, Diesel, is that the fact that the apprentices had to clean the boots, they had to clean the changing room, they had to wash cars, they had to clean signs.
Yeah.
At Highbury, they had to go and wash signs to get, make them clean for match day. There's even stories in the 80s where if an apprentice or a youth player played up or did something wrong, they had to go and sweep the stands with the cleaners. They'd make them go and sweep the stands ready for match day.
Exactly, and this is what I'm saying, right? So, like when Lee talks about the money, years ago, the manager was the highest paid person at that club. It's not like that anymore. Now, you got a problem with me, Mr. Manager. Don't talk to me. Go through my agent. That is the world that we're in now. And do you know what? Blitz Monster won. Sorry, mate. I've been watching Arsenal since 2010 and I've never seen a league win. But seeing people wanting to be in European places other than actually winning a trophy is pathetic. Come on, brother.
Yeah.
Spot on. It's spot on. And this is the thing, right? The money in this game is just a disgrace. Like, and I heard you when I went to the toilet, like saying about.
What's your take on that, Lee?
Well, listen, like you said about some. There was a Man City guy. I can't remember the name of the lad. Michael something.
Yeah,
his name was.
Oh, Michael Johnson. Yeah.
Right, that guy.
Remember it? Yeah.
That guy. Last time, I think you said he might be dead. I'm not sure whether he's dead or not. But
I think it's someone else. Someone of them passed away, didn't I? But yeah. Go on.
Listen, if he is, then condolences. But I'm not sure he is. But he was going to be the next shining star of English football.
Yeah.
And then the next thing, there's some newspaper run an article on him, and he was about 30 stone sat in McDonald's.
That's it.
Yeah, because the money fucks his head up.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And surrounded by wrong ones as well.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, some footballers, right, are only ever going to achieve a certain level because a lot of them are not that great. But I was watching something earlier. I don't particularly like Gary Neville, but something came up on it was his channel called The Overlap, and he was with Jamie Carragher. And Jamie Carragher was talking about how he made it into football, and he was walking around Liverpool with him and showing him the sights and the area and stuff like that. Yeah, and Jamie Carragher said, like, when he played for Liverpool, when he played for England, he already knew he weren't better than Rio Ferdinand and John Terry, and he was like, I gave up too quick. Yeah, I just accepted I weren't better than them two, and I was never really going to get in front of them. He goes, that's my one regret in football, is not thinking, like, let me go and speak to the manager and see what I have to do to get in front of them. He goes, I just gave up. Yeah, he goes, and I've always been, decent where I've been, and I've always been a leader and stuff like that. He goes, but I couldn't get in over them two, and that was my mindset. Yeah, and then he said, like, when he was at Liverpool and they brought Sami Hyypiä, and who else did they buy? I think it was Stefan Honcho. Yeah. Right. He said, I was 21 at the time. These two have come in, and straight away I was like, oh my God, I need to raise my game here. Yeah, I need to rate. Yeah. And he said, Gerard Houllier, like, he was talking about the local area, right, of Liverpool, and it is a dump. Yeah. I like Liverpool, but it is a dump, like a real rough area of this country. Yeah. It is. Let's be real, man. I know a lot of Scousers, yeah, but it is rough, mate. Yeah. And it is a hard working area, and they appreciate their football clubs up there. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And they do everything to go and work their asses off to go and see their football club play, right? And he said that when they had the Spice Boys team, yeah, he was kind of just breaking into that team and stuff, yeah, right. And he said if I was a pundit then, he goes, I would have ripped him apart. He goes, they didn't represent the people of Liverpool. He goes, the people of Liverpool are fighters. They grit, determination. He goes, this lot looked like they were just on like a jolly up. Yeah, and he goes, and it's no coincidence that they were bottling everything. Yeah, because they did. They had such a sick team back then, but they bottled everything. Yeah. He goes, then when we came in, me, Gerard, and there was a few others, he goes, all of a sudden, Gerard Houlier's in there. We won everything other than the Premier League. And they did. They won everything. Yeah, and he was like, that's because we've instilled grit, determination, the Liverpool way. Like, he said, and I will never forget what he said in this, yeah. He said, when you're playing for your football club is supposed to be a representation of that area. Yeah, even though it's a global sport now and a global fan base, he goes, but you should never forget that football club is situated in that part of the country. Yeah, and people support it from far and wide, but it's still in that city. Yeah, so it should be a representation of that part of the city. Yeah, and he said with Liverpool, that wasn't with the Spice Boys team. Yeah, he goes, and then after that we were, and he goes, now look at Jurgen Klopp's team now, 100% fight. determination, hunger, want to be the best, want to get better. Yeah. And I look at Arsenal and I just think like, Jez, you're a little bit older than me. Yeah. And you've seen teams that are shit, Arsenal teams that are shit, really shit. Yeah. You've always said to me, this one's fucking right up there. Yeah, it's right up there. It's right up there. Because at least back then when we were proper shit as well, I've seen us finish 12th. Yeah. Like, but at least I had a go. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this team, when we lose, we just fold, man. It was like watching Man United yesterday. As soon as that first goal went in, that was it. It was curtains. You knew they were getting battered. Yeah. And that is watching Arsenal for the last decade. Yeah. And then they'll turn it on in the odd cup here and there. Yeah. In the odd cup game. We spoke about fluke in the FA Cup. People just sit there and cuss me for saying it. Yeah. I get it all the time. Well, what do you mean we fluked it? Well, everyone cries about VAR.
Sheffield United, yeah.
Sheffield United 2 goals offside. VAR gave them. Yeah, if VAR went in the game, we wouldn't have gone through, mate. Yeah, in the cup final. Yeah, Xhaka should have been sent off. It was him that stamped on Kovacic. Accidental. I don't think Kovacic should have gone second yellow. But they were both on yellows, and it was actually Xhaka who put his foot on Kovacic. Kovacic got the second yellow. You know, so we were very lucky. Yeah, but listen, you have to make your own luck at times. And Aubameyang's goals in that final were brilliant. Yeah, we got very lucky. But I'm never going to forget that moment because it was a trophy. I ain't going to remember fucking finishing fucking 4th in 30 years. I don't even know where we finished about 7 years ago, mate, because I'm past giving a shit.
I don't. Now, you made a classic comment there, Lee, about community football. Liverpool, Old Trafford, Everton, Arsenal, Tottenham. Right? When I got to Arsenal tube station on Friday, I'm walking down Highbury Hill, right, past the old West Stand as it was, and I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. There was a couple of cars there, yeah, outside the old, what was the old West Stand, yeah, as we used to know it, with fucking Spurs stickers on them.
Oh. Jesus Christ. They would have had bricks through the windows back in the 80s, Jez. Well, yeah, probably. Yeah.
I stood there, I actually thought, really?
They wouldn't have even had the audacity to go there, mate. Let's be real.
No.
Yeah.
No. So that just sums up what has happened in North London around what was our old home, is that we now have an infiltration, and there's a lot of Arsenal around, but back on match days. I know the times have moved on. I know they have. On match days back at Highbury, New Diesel, Lee, you've seen it. You'd have Arsenal everywhere. Now let's not get it wrong. Gillespie Road, Drayton Park, Highbury Hill, Avenel Road. It's only about a 10-minute walk from the Emirates. It's not that far. No. But you don't see any more, like, and I'm there on a match day, yeah? This is like 5 in the afternoon, 5:30. There was nothing. Everything has moved away. There is no...
You said about the pub. You said to your mate, because you hadn't been for a couple of years, you said, we're going to go in so-and-so pub. And he
Drayton.
said, no.
The Drayton, yeah.
Yeah.
Down Drayton Park. I mean, I used to go in that pub when I was 18. It was a great pub. It was a big old proper London pub, street corner pub.
Yeah. Massive 5 stories or whatever it was.
Yeah. Full of Arsenal, and they had live music every Saturday night. It was a great pub. I said to him, to John, let's go down the Drayton then, shall we? And he went, no, we're not doing that. I said, why not? He said, it was knocked down 2 years ago. I was like, oh, okay, fair play. Right. So we ended up getting burnt up at the Emirates.
How much was a pint there at the ground there? How much?
£7.
Oh, mate, what did I say to you, Diesel? I said this, yeah? I said this in a group chat, right? And I think I've said it to you as well, Jez, right? Yeah. Last season that I went, before COVID struck, $5.50 a pint. Yeah, then COVID struck, and I said to everybody on my streams that watches it and you guys, I said, nailed on, they put that up over £6. Yeah, because if you think how many beers are being brought on match day, mate, yeah. Now all of a sudden they're making an extra £1.50 a pint.
Yeah,
£7 for a watered down pint.
You know how much they do? They do. I didn't have one. They do a double burger and cheese, £16.
what? Jack? No way. That's just a burger.
16
No.
with chips. That's with chips.
£16.
Mate,
John,
that's
we say this, but people are paying it.
They are.
This-
They're queuing. Now, I don't drink a lot of beer anymore. You know, it bloats me out. I'm a wine drinker. Lee knows that. You know that, right? So I said I had 1 pint, and I said, John, it's shit beer. It was bitter. I like bitter, but it was rubbish. So I said, no, I'm gonna have a glass of wine. So I went and got a drink, and I got him a pint of lager. I had a 250ml glass of wine. Now I do like my wine, and I'm a bit knowledgeable about wine because I do collect wine. And I said to the girl, I said, how much is that? 11 quid for a glass of wine.
You said
it's
so.
shit.
250ml.
Yeah.
11 quid.
It's shit.
Is this actually on the concourse, or are you up in the posh seats? You were on the concourse.
No,
innit?
no. We didn't have any special admissions, man.
Yeah, you was in the east stand, yeah, west stand, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're west lower.
Yeah.
So you're literally just slumming it with the rest of the people. You're not in no posh seats. 11 quid for 250ml.
I'm like with the, you know, we didn't have any specialness, and I was like, I said, excuse me, love.
Yeah.
And she went, I said, yeah. She said, we wanted a large one. I said, yeah. I said, but it's not even very good wine.
No.
I don't even know what it was. It was like,
They probably brought it out the co-op next door to the stadium, Jez.
Lamborghini.
one out of a bottle. It wasn't out of a bottle. You know, we could say, oh, I'll have that one or that one or that. It just happened.
See, I'm under the impression, I don't know how true this is, but I've been told this a few times, right? So the catering on match day, yeah, for like the food, the drink, etc., yeah, right? The company who run that pay a fee to the club, yeah, to be in there. Yeah,
Probably.
and then obviously they then cream some of the profit as well. But I don't know whether that's true. I don't know whether the club say, yeah, you can come in, we'll take X amount and we'll pay you a fee, or whether it is that way that they pay a fee to get it themselves through the door and then give a percentage of their profit up as well. I don't know. But it'd be interesting to know, because when they're charging an extra £1.50 a pint, then that's mad, mate. Yeah, and I wouldn't necessarily say that is on just the company that do it. I'd say that's on the club as well.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, I guarantee, and it wouldn't surprise me one bit if the catering company is owned by the football club.
Oh, I wouldn't be at all surprised, mate. The thing is, I mean, I can't say the food looked bad. I refuse to pay for it.
What, for that much? Yeah.
Mate, I've had a chicken burger at that stadium before. It
And
was like eating a rock.
it was like, I thought it looked all right, but I thought £16.10. Where's this? Now, please, somebody tell me, please. When I bought my ticket, it was £96.10p. Double burger and cheese, £16.10. What's this fascination with 10 pences?
Because 9 times out of 10, you'll just go, oh, fuck it, don't worry about the change.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not paying by your card
Very
and you're
clever.
paying cash, oh, don't worry about the change. Just put it in the charity box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, or put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it, love. Yeah, they do it deliberately, Jez. It's like these people that it's $9.99. You're just going to give them the penny. Now, if you're a massive company that are raking in, $9.99s constantly, you don't worry about the penny change.
Mm.
Yeah, if it's on card, obviously it's different. But if you're paying cash, that 1p, oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, 1p over the course of a year, mate. That soon fucking adds up.
Oh,
Depending on how
Christ,
big your business is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done deliberately. It's all very smart marketing. Like, we'd charge X amount. It's like I've seen other companies that charge like £17.79. So you just give them the extra 21p.
Well, I worked out, Lee, Friday. Now, admittedly, it's my fault that I've got to pay to travel to get there. It's 65 miles by train and tube and all that. It cost me 52 quid with a train ticket and all the zones because I've got to go from Victoria right up to Islington. Right, 52 quid. £96. We'll forget the 10p. Yeah. Right? Yeah. That's 140 quid.
Yeah.
And then...
It's 150 quid.
Sorry, 150 quid, beg your pardon. And then 2 rounds each. 2 rounds each, yeah? I've spent nearly £190.
And that's without accommodation because you were lucky enough that you were staying at your mates.
I'm staying at my mates. And
that's another 100 quid at least.
I didn't buy a programme. Well, I stayed with mate John's for 2 nights. Came home, as I said to Diesel, "You'll love this one, Lee. You'll love. I've got to tell you this, man. I said to you I was going to this curry, didn't I, down near Wardle Street?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, what a place! I have been here many, many years ago. Anyway, you know me and curry. Whenever I go to a curry, I get stitched.
Yeah, this is true. This is very true.
And so they do Mongolian curry, they do Afghanistan, they do...
Afghan curry's nice, by the way. Yeah. Very nice. Very,
very nice. I'm going to go for something different. So I went for this Mongolian curry. It was goat. I thought, that'd be nice. That's fine. Anyway, so... And
they actually brought the goat out for you to pick.
Yeah. So anyway, there we are. There's about 30 of us. And we're having a great time. Loads of beer flowing. So there's a guy, funny enough, his name's Terry. And he said,
God, don't.
No, what him? And he gets all the orders in. Yeah, right. So the guy comes over.
Side piece. Very good.
So I'm expecting this very unusual curry. Never had one before in my life. I thought, I'm looking forward to this. It comes out and I'm thinking, that looks a bit different. Looks a bit fucking red to me. And I said, that ain't goat. That looks like prawns. I got the wrong one. And Terry went, no, they didn't have any goat, mate. And I could see him smirking a bit. I thought, yeah. I went, really? He went, no, they ain't got none. I said, oh, right, okay. Now, I've had a few by now. I'm probably on my second bottle of wine with the wife. I went, right, okay. Fucking prawn fowl.
Oh, you went for foul. Jesus
No,
Christ.
I didn't. They stitched me up again.
Foul's not even that hot, to be fair. But my tolerance to spicy food is like off the charts, mate. Yeah, I bet you were sweating, dripping. Your nose was running, your ears were dribbling.
Dying. I was like, why have you done this to me again? And Terry was like, sat there, he's laughed his head off. He said, we get you every time, mate. We get you every time. You've got
to start ordering your own food, Jez. That's what you got to do.
No, because it's such a big order. We just said, like, we were like writing it down on a little pad and passing it up. I'm going to get him. I am seriously going to get him.
What you do is you get him to have a lamb fowl, yeah? But you get him to spice it up. Just say, yeah, it's not hot enough for him. Like last time he came here, he said it was really mild. So can you put extra spices in it and double it up? That's how you stick him up, mate. In one mouthful, he's finished.
My head was hurting. My ears were burning. I was like,
your nose is dribbling, like he's sweating.
Yeah, that's what you have, Lee. That's your favourite, isn't it? Fowl?
Yeah, lamb fowl. I wouldn't have prawn fowl. I don't like prawns in a curry. I like prawns, but I don't like prawns in a curry. No, I can't have prawns in a curry, mate. Yeah, but I always have lamb fowl. I had one the other night, actually. Was it Saturday night? Yeah, Saturday night. I think it was Friday or Saturday.
It ruins your meal, man. I mean, it's like, I like spicy food. I like a vindaloo is as hot as I'll go. That's fine for me. But trouble is, I didn't enjoy it. You know, I'm like, it's punishment. You know,
it's nice, man. I've got an asbestos tongue and an asbestos gust, mate. I can just like, my tolerance to spicy food's mad. Like honestly, I had a lamb fowl the other night. Best curry I've had in a while, actually. Really nice. I've never ordered for that place down the road in Riviera. I normally order from a place up in Calahonda, but and there's one right at the bottom of my road. That's nice. But this one, it was really, really nice. That is the best curry I've had in a long time. It just weren't hot enough.
Do you like hot food, Diesel?
Yeah, nothing like that. Nothing foul. Like I'm quite. Let's put it this way: if I go Nando's, I get a mild, man. I'm not a medium or something. I'm not. Yeah, because
you know that hot and extra hot at Nando's.
I start crying my eyes out.
You know that hot and extra hot at Nando's are the same.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
they're the same. Genuine fact, they're the same.
Medium.
Extra hot at Nando's is basically hot sauce. It's not extra hot sauce. It's the same sauce. Yeah, but it makes it look good, doesn't it? Oh, we'll put it in the fucking extra hot sauce, and everyone will go, "Oh, it's extra hot." It's the same as the hot sauce, mate.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
If you're ever down near Wardour Street, near the Marquee Club, which is one of my old haunts in my very young days.
The old stomping grounds, Jez.
Yeah, it was for music. It's where the Stones and that started playing. Great place, great place. There's a restaurant down there called Da Karma, D-A Karma. And I tell you what, if you want a proper curry, go in there. Ain't cheap. It ain't cheap, but
what you paid for, Jez.
Yeah, that's right.
It was fantastic. The only problem is, I did eat half of that file. We'd ordered these really nice bottles of wine. I couldn't bastard taste them because it took me patience.
Your tongue was numb. You know when you burn the top of your mouth, the roof of your mouth. That's what it's like, isn't it, Jez? You see this comment here, by the way. This comment, right? Forget the foul. Try Carolina Reaper curry. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Yeah. Real talk. This is not even a lie, right? So when I was in lockdown last year, I think it was last year. It was either last year or early this year. I'm sure it was last year, right? I had 2 chicken breasts, right? And I basted them with Carolina Reaper, yeah? Like, yeah, and the powder and all that as well on them. The Carolina Reaper powder, yeah, you can buy it. And I basted them in it as well, and then slow cooked them, so it came up crispy, yeah? Minor, bruv, minor. I've actually, no, I'm not even lying when I say this. I've actually eaten a Carolina Reaper.
Oh man, they're ridiculous.
But you know, there's another one. There's another one as well. I can't remember the name of it. I don't think it's as hot. It's the next one down or the next one down after that.
That's the hottest, yeah? The Carolina.
Yeah, I think that one's the hottest. It's either the second or the third hottest. Actually tastes and feels hotter than that.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to actually do a video on this one day. I'm just going to sit there because I remember Robbie and Troops tucked Robbie up, didn't he? Yeah, and he made him eat one of these. Yeah, bruv, they don't know how to eat them properly, bruv. Yeah, you just chop it up into loads of little bits. You don't sit there and bite into it, bruv. That's just asking for trouble. Yeah, you just go, yo, chop it up, dice it up into little bits. Yeah, right. Make sure you got your milk sat by you. Yeah, and just go spoon the whole lot in one hit, bruv. Yeah, none of this biting in and crunching and chewing. Nah, boom. Yeah, to be fair, that is very hot. But when I did that chicken, the chicken was cool, man. Like, don't get it twisted. It's hot. It was very hot. Yeah,
Carolina Reapers, they're evil.
Yeah, it was very hot. Don't get it twisted. Like, and I wouldn't recommend it. Mate, I was sweating like a bitch.
You can have that and you're fine. Like, because I've seen people sort of have it and they
pass out on the YouTube videos. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you, other than like your sweat, are you sort of, light work?
Yeah, do you know what it is? When I eat spicy food, right, even a lamb fowl, my nose just drips and drips and drips and drips. And I probably go through a whole bog roll, just blowing my nose. Yeah. And I'm sweating. And I mean sweating.
That's not
no, but you know what? Because I drink quite a lot of beer when I watch football, Jez, it sweats all the bullshit out of you and all the dirty shit like cigarettes and stuff like that out of me. That's why I eat it. Yeah, because like, I smoke 15 fags plus a day. Yeah, people think I drink 100 of these a night. I don't. This is only my this is only my third. Yeah, and I've got another one here. I'll drink about 3 or 4 more, and that's me. But look how small they are.
Very little.
Yeah, it's a couple of pints. You know what I mean? It's like, but if you're doing that maybe 3, 4, 5 times a week, and then you're smoking 15 fags a day, yeah, and then you eat a curry like that, it just sweats all of that shit out of you, mate. Yeah, just sweat it all out and go again. Why do you think I look so young? I'm 40 next year.
We're missing a trickage, isn't we?
I was just going to ask you a question. Tomorrow night, Leeds.
We'll batter them 4-1.
Diesel?
They're going to put a whole reserve team out, man. They've won 1 league game this season. They're going to try and stay in the league. Pepe a start, El Neni a start, Martinelli a start, Lacazette a start, Leno. Kolasinac, because he's got to rest up Tavares now because Tierney's injured. Marie, Holding, Cedric, Lokonga, El Neni. He'll probably go with Odegaard, Martinelli, Pepe, and Laka, which, let's be real, should beat Leeds.
Yeah.
So I think we'll batter him. They're more interested in staying in the league. He's been found out this season big time, mate. He has been found out big time. Yeah, and this is why I don't jump on this hype of managers. Yeah, it's like the Brighton, not the Brighton manager, the Brentford manager. Great start to the season. I think they will stay up as well, by the way. Yeah, I tipped them to stay up. I think they're a quality team. But the test is the following season because there is a surprise package at the minute. We see it with Sheffield United. Yeah, we've seen it with so many other teams over the years that have come up. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, the following season, they've been straight back down again. Yeah, and it's like, Sheffield United got up into that top 6, top 7 at one point. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, bang, relegated, and they won't ever be back again, mate. They're fucked now. And it's like, I just think like Bielsa, I think he's won one trophy in the last 20 years, and people are gassing this geezer up, mate. Like, good brand of football when it works, but Man United have battered them twice, 6-2 and 5-1 or whatever it was. Yeah, and if you can overcome their press, you'll fucking hammer them. Yeah, and the thing is, I said this on my preview that I dropped. So, like, Justice said, "How comes you put a video out when you're on air?" I recorded it and scheduled it, mate. That's why I was late for the stream. Yeah, but I said this on my preview that teams like Leeds United, they look good because they run around a lot and they'll outwork you. They'll run and run and run, and when it works, it's great. Yeah. The problem is Liverpool, right? Probably haven't had that flat line where Leeds are having now, because for the last 2 or 3 years, Leeds have been relentless, outrunning everyone. And eventually that'll catch up on you, right? Because you can't just keep doing it for 90 minutes every single week. You genuinely can't. No matter how fit you are, you can't do it, right? Week in, week out for 4 years, 3 years. Liverpool, the reason they've got a second win now, how many injuries they had last season? They all had their rest.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now they've come back, got into training, and boom, they're off again. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why they've come back stronger this season, because last season they scraped in the top 4, and they had 20. I think they had 20 or 21 different centre back partnerships. Yeah. Look at Van Dijk. It's like he's never been away. But if he had played that whole run and then played this season, I don't think they'd be as good. The same with some of their other players like Fabinho and players like that. They were in and out of the team with injuries last season. And now they've got Jota in the team as well. I like Jota, man, proper baller. Yeah. And, they sat Mane down on the bench at the weekend, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's mad, isn't it? But that's why Liverpool can do it, because Liverpool go boom, 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 boom. But then they had I think they had more injured players out than any team in the league last season. I think them and Man City had the most injuries. Yeah, and that's why they've got that second win this season. Leeds United, you can't do it for 2 years straight in the Championship and then come up and do it for a year in the Premier League and then expect to do it a 4th year. Yeah, when you've not really signed that many new players, it's the same fucking team.
Yeah. What a partnership they got, Van Dijk and Konate. I'll tell you, because Konate is the one everyone was raving about. Upamecano, for me, he was the better centre half. I thought Upamecano has probably got a higher ceiling, but at that time, Konate all day long. And when I saw him and Van Dijk, them two together, Christ, I'll tell you.
Let me just pull you up on this high ceiling thing, yeah? Right, and I'm going to rip you apart on this high ceiling thing, because I hear this all the time. Yeah, high ceiling, yeah? Odegaard's got a higher ceiling than Maddison. I heard that all summer, right? What does that actually mean? He's got a high ceiling. What do you mean?
Is he tall?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. He's tall.
No, what does it mean?
I don't know. I think I've always sort of used it in the context. The way I would use it in my context is I look at it and I think, do you know what? When you watch a player for, I'm not going to say
3 games and you get gassed.
Yeah, I don't watch it week in, week out. Yeah. For example, it's like Saliba. Yeah.
Just pop in the loo, guys.
Yeah, go on, mate. It's like Saliba, right? I've been obviously taking a lot more notice, obviously, of all the games, because obviously I get that channel, and I'm watching it, and I'm thinking, do you know what? He's playing well now. His ceiling for me, in 2 years' time, well, even now, he could come back right now, Lee, and probably be our best centre half.
The tackle on Mbappe was a joke, by the way.
Yeah, and you see, he got was it Player of the Month, wasn't it? Him and Guendouzi, they got into the team with and he's at 2 or 3 times in a row now. And I look at that and I think, do know what I'm saying? This is another reason, right? It's like going back to what you said earlier on. I did this stream, right, the other day, and this is what really proper grates on me, is that, because I get the same as you, not to that extent, but it's a case of, negative. Every time Arsenal win, you go missing, Diesel, or, you know, where's Terence, or and I'm like, you know, why can't you just, you know, support the club? And I'm like, hang on a minute, I've just seen a game, right, where we've been beat, and beat well, Lee, beat well. I'm sick and tired of doing watch-alongs, and all I'm seeing are teams beating us. And how many times have you heard the saying, they didn't even get out of second gear, and they comfortably beat us? And then, at the final whistle, I'm seeing these players laughing and joking with the opposition. And I'm like, hang on a minute, these fans who spent hard-earned money, the likes of Jez and all the season ticket holders, the travel, the food, the drinks, taking your kids, and these players have just been beat. Because years ago, us and like Man United, they were wars on the pitch, right? We don't see that anymore. All we're seeing now is an Arsenal team getting beaten comfortably by the opposition, who weren't even in, you know, didn't even have to get out of second gear. And I'm seeing these laughing and joking with the opposition players. Do that in the tunnel where we can't see it.
That comes all the way back to the fact they couldn't give a shit because
exactly that's my point.
Yeah.
You know, so when I say about, you know, the last stream I did about what, you know, support is a two-way street. We're meant to give more and give more and give more, and the club are taking more and taking more. Merchandise, what is it, 6 or 7 now
8.
already? We're not even halfway through a season.
8, I think.
Right, then you tell me that obviously the burgers and that have gone up, right? I ask Terry this all the time. Have you ever had an email from Arsenal saying, you know what, we know times are tough. We know we're not in Europe. We know we finished 8th. Here's what we're going to do to give back something. Yeah, nothing. But
you've just made a sick point, by the way. You've just made a great point, by the way. You swerved the high ceiling question, but I'll let you off. Yeah. You're like Arteta in a press conference, went all the way around the houses, bamboozled me, and thought I'd forget. Yeah.
You know my co-host. Yeah, I've learned. I've got skills.
Yeah, high ceiling, by the way, just means he's had a couple of good games that you haven't watched because you don't watch Spanish league, yeah, or French league or whatever league it is that the players are in. But you've heard he's good, so you think because he's young and he's half decent and he's captain of Norway, he's got a high ceiling. Yeah, bruv, guess what? Yeah, that geezer we were talking about who's now 35 stone eating McDonald's, mate. Yeah, he had a high ceiling as well. Yeah, yeah, Denilson had a high ceiling. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? All these other players have the high ceiling.
Zelalem. Do you remember him? Gideon Zelalem?
Yeah, where's he now? I think he's in the MLS. Yeah, he went to Rangers, didn't he? Like, Sonogo scored 4. Did he have a high ceiling? Like, but you've just made a great point, yeah? A great point about cuddling and all that on the pitch. Yeah? Because and give him back and all of that, yeah? Right? Because we're all old, right? We are old. You're 40. Jez, you're older than us. Yeah, and I'm 40 next year. There you go. And I'm 40 next year, right? We would never have seen all of this cuddling and kissing and all of that on the pitch. Yeah. Do you remember when Pepe got sent off against Leeds and Xhaka was cuddling that fucking teammate and the Leeds player, and Tierney went fucking nuts. Yeah, because Tierney's grown up in a fucking in a league where it's Glasgow Rangers. Yeah, every fucking team you play is an enemy, mate. Yeah. Every team, whether it's Aberdeen, Stranraer, Forfar, fucking East Stirling, whoever it is, they're an enemy. You out there to beat them, mate. Yeah, you ain't cuddling with them, whether they're teammates or not. But the point I wanted to make, you said about has the club ever emailed you and said we're going to give back? We're not in Europe this season, yeah? And anyone who's got a season ticket will know that you get 27 games on your season ticket. Yep. No, 26 games on your season ticket. Sorry, 26 home games, yeah? That doesn't include League Cup. Right, so you'll get the first 7 cup games that are not League Cup, i.e., home FA Cups and home Europa Leagues or Champions League games. Yeah. So, for example, when we played Atletico Madrid in the semi in Wenger's season, yeah, that was the 7th game, so that was on the season ticket. Right. Yeah, if that had been the 8th game, that would have been about fucking £100. Yeah. Right? But the League Cup doesn't count. The League Cup they sell separately and is about 10 to 20 quid a ticket. Yeah. So we got 19 home games in the league, right? We're only going to have what maximum 4 FA Cup games at home. I think because then the rest are at Wembley. It may be 5. So where's the other 2 games then?
Yeah.
Yeah, have they dropped the season ticket price by 2 games?
Nope.
There you go. And that's my point. And nobody's really clocked that. Maybe they have done something and I've just missed it. I don't know because I'm not on it like that because I ain't got a season ticket. Yeah. But Kenny's got one. And Kenny told me the price that he paid to renew it. And it's the same fucking price pretty much.
Exactly.
So, yeah, like they ain't reduced it.
No.
You know, but this is what winds me up with a football club at times. It's like, you know, people are happy to go back to football and I totally understand it. Yeah. People have been sat in their fucking house for 18 months. Yeah. So I get it's their release. They want to be back and they want to see their mates. And they want to
sell your soul to do it though, Lee. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but listen, our dear friend who fucking passed away, mate. Yeah, his whole fucking life was football. Yeah, so it didn't matter what. When I tell Kenny all the time, stop going. Yeah, stop spending money on the club, mate. Yeah, and he's like, yeah, but kind of, I live around the fucking corner. I love watching live football. It's my club. I've supported it since fucking years.
I get it.
Like, so I get it, but at the same time, it's like, you know, these people work their nuts off all week. Yeah, and it's not just Arsenal. This is every club, by the way. Liverpool, Newcastle, whatever. They work their nuts off in a job. Yeah, that's different levels of pay. Yeah, everyone comes from a different background and different walk of life, different job and that, yeah. Some people have to really fucking beg, steal and borrow to go and watch their football team every week. Yeah. But they do it because that is their out, yeah. That is their out from their mental health. It's the out from their fucking troubles. It's the out from fucking her at home and stuff like that. Yeah. It's like, I've got 90 minutes plus build up with my pals and fucking beers after with my pals where I don't have to fucking deal with her. I don't have to deal with the kids. I don't have to deal with my fucking work. Yeah. And they beg, steal and borrow. Yeah. And these and these football clubs fucking really take the piss out of people like that. Yeah. And the reason they take the piss out of people like that is because they know they come every week. Yeah. People like me that now live abroad and everyone else in the chat that lives abroad, they take the piss, but they do it in a separate way. Yeah. In a different way because they do it in a marketing way where they'll fucking play on your heartstrings. Whereas with you live around the corner from the football stadium. You've been going 20 years. You beg, steal and borrow every year to get your season ticket money. Yeah. You work your fucking nuts off and your out is to go and watch that club. They know you're a guarantee. Kenny says it all the time. Yeah. It's a sure thing. The match day fan's a sure thing. Yeah. Because they know that you're going to fucking renew your season ticket every year. Even if they put it up double, you'll find a way to go because you've been going for years. Yeah. And if you give up that season ticket, you ain't getting it back because the waiting list is fucking epic. Yeah. And that is why they can take the piss. When you now go to the ground, I knew they'd put the prices up on their beer and they put it at £1.50. Yeah. 11 quid for a 250ml fucking wine.
That's shit.
That's a joke.
But people are paying. So now imagine, right? You go and have 4 pints in the ground. Yeah. That's now fucking 28 quid. 28 quid for 4 pints. Mate, we're not in fucking Fitzrovia. Yeah. We're not in fucking Kensington. We're in the Emirates Stadium and it's watered down shit.
It's shit beer.
4 pints.
I worked out after the game when I went back to my mate John's. He said to me, would you think about getting another season ticket?
He's trying to lure you back in, Jez.
Yeah, he's trying to. And so the other guys. And I said, I'd love to. But I'd worked out for me to go to every home game and probably, let's say, 10 aways. I actually prefer the away days. I always have.
Yeah, all day long.
It would cost me about 11 grand.
For every home game?
Huh?
For every home game? For the over the season?
No, over the season. Over the season. Season ticket, home game.
Yeah, but just for homes, not away.
No, and aways. I'm saying
it's more than that, mate. Yeah, it must be more than that. Yeah, the last time I did the European... Oh, no, that's without Europeans, of course.
Yeah, I'm not talking about European. We're not in Europe, are we? I'm talking about 10 away games.
Told you.
Do you know what I mean?
Gorgeous.
I'm talking about 10 away games, yeah? Let's say.
Yeah.
You know, choice games. It cost me about 11 grand. And I'm like, fucking hell, man. You know, much as I'd love to do it, but for me to go to every home game is 52 quid without anything else.
And let's say you get the cheapest season ticket at the Emirates, which is what, about 940, 840. It's about, let's say 900 quid. Yeah, is the cheapest season ticket. Yeah, right. Now add in 19 plus the cup games. Let's say there is the 26. Yeah, 26 times 50. Yeah, is your travel.
Yeah.
Right. So 26 times 50 is what? Fucking. That's quick maths. A grand. Yeah, just for travel. Yeah, that's about a grand. 1,100 quid for travel plus your season ticket. That's now 2 grand straight away. That's without your food, without your drink.
Yeah.
Just to go and if you think, you then want to go and do the aways. To go to Newcastle on a 12:30 kickoff. What time are you leaving your house, Jez?
My house 4:30.
Can you get a train at that time to Newcastle?
No.
Well, there you go. You're going the night before an hotel, then, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's like it soon adds up. It really does.
Can't come back the same day because you can't get a train back. Let's be extreme. Let's go really extreme. Let's say that's an 8 o'clock Monday night. Yeah. So you have to leave. I could get a train from Horsham at 11:30. Get me up. It's a 5-hour journey to Newcastle. So I'd be up there for 5 o'clock latest. But I'll have to stay up. You can't get a train back.
Yeah, because by the time the game's done, you get out the ground, you get to the train station. There ain't no train with stops, to get you all the way back. So you've got to do a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And then the same with Manchester, I'd imagine. The Man City and Burnley. Yeah, Man City, Man United, Burnley. Yeah, Leeds will probably be the same.
Liverpool.
I suppose it's different. It's probably a different line, though, I suppose. It might be a different line to them. But I'd imagine it's still the same. If it's a Wednesday or Tuesday, 8 p.m. kickoff, Liverpool again, Everton. So there's now 5-6 games that you now have to book a hotel and stay overnight from where you live.
Yeah. And you'll leave off work. The Newcastle one is not that bad a drama, to be honest, because we all love a night out at Newcastle. So I would.
Newcastle's banging, man. It's a wicked night out.
I love it. Love it. I know quite a couple of very good mates of mine in my local down here are Geordies. I've been up to a couple of games with them, and it's a proper weekend. But we make a weekend of it. We only do it probably once every 2 years. But we go up on a Friday. If it's a Saturday game, we go up on a Friday, come back on Sunday, whatever. But I just love it. I love going there.
They're all friendly as well, aren't they? They're all sound people, man.
And it's great just watching all the lovely little girls walking around.
Yeah, that's getting clipped.
I'm so with you.
All the 20-year-olds and their little
having a good time with their mates. You meant that's what you meant.
Yes.
We know what you meant, Jez. The internet's unforgiving, so it won't.
You know what I mean, boys. But,
I'm off camera, mate, so nobody can see me.
I don't give a shit anyway. I ain't got no ambitions.
But you're right. You're right. And the thing is, like I said this the other day, like if you want to go and do every single game home and away, I'd take my hat off to people who do that. I've done pretty much every game home and away everywhere, and it cost me touching 25k. Yeah, literally. Like I said the other day, Ostersund was 500 quid. Yeah, I didn't even stay. Yeah, literally straight in, watch the game, come back. Yeah, Atletico 500 quid straight in, watch the game, come back. Yeah, and it's like, no, fucking Barte was a grand. Their stadium was nice though, man. Like it was really nice. Really, it was in the middle of a rainforest. I actually met a lad there that I went to school with that I hadn't seen since school. He was an Arsenal fan in New End. Yeah, I was like, "Whoa, what are you doing here?"
How is that possible, man? Seriously?
Yeah, there was only I don't even know how many people were there. How many Arsenal fans were there? It must have been less than 3,000, maybe. Yeah, but that was
the days of the subsidies, because like when I did from 78 to 94. I went to every away game and every home game, barring. No, I'm not talking about Europe, but Arsenal back then used to do subsidies for season ticket holders on the train.
They don't do any of that anymore, Jez. It's all a rip-off, mate. Everything's a con. Yeah, and they cancel trains just like that. Yeah, and TV determines everything now.
Yeah.
If you look at our
you used to have
fixtures,
the away day specials, didn't you? You used to have the away day specials on the trains. It was just for football fans. Like Arsenal would have like a 6-coach train going up to Manchester, Liverpool, wherever. You don't get that anymore that I know of. I'm totally wrong.
Do you know why that might be though, Jez? Yeah, I obviously have heard of that and know that's a thing, or was a thing. But with the club funding that, and saying, look, we want to charter this.
Yeah,
because I guarantee they had to pay for that.
Yes, they did. And you paid a nominal fee.
Yeah, and the club ain't fucking paying for that now, are they? Because they want to take money, not spend it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You guys won't remember this. You won't remember this, but back in the late 70s, 80s, you used to have the intercity special, and it was basically trains going out from Euston, King's Cross, Paddington, and they were the intercity specials.
Yeah.
And that's
where
where
the ICF West Ham. That's how they got their name from the intercity.
And Millwall, you had the intercity specials and the halfway liners at Millwall, which were fucking nightmare. Because you used to meet. Well, sometimes the trains would meet up, and you have to change trains. Say you were going, like the trains would meet at Crewe, and all of a sudden you'd have like fucking Millwall, Arsenal, Orient, or whatever. But this is back in the silly days when you used to have all the fighting going on and that. It could be absolute bloody carnage, man.
All on Crewe train station.
Man United coming the other way, going to top, and like, fuck me, it was like, honestly, that was in the stupid days. But I
bet it was a good crack, though. I bet it was a good crack, but
it was. It wasn't, man. I mean, I've been involved in. I'm not a fighter. I'm not. You know that. But I've been involved in it, and one of the worst ones, Lee. I'll tell you, one of the fucking worst ones was Stoke City. Fuck me, that was wrong.
Yeah, they had a naughty firm back in the day, didn't they?
Oh man, did they? And Swansea, the Jacks.
Yeah, Swansea. Yeah, I was going to say Swansea. Their fucking firm were a bit bad back in the day.
Yeah.
They were proper dodgy.
They were proper. But I'll tell you what, we bumped into. It was at Birmingham, actually. We were playing.
Zulu Warriors, wasn't it, Jez? That's what they used to call themselves, wasn't it? The Zulu Warriors, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Birmingham. Yeah.
And they were wrong. But yeah. No, I'll tell you this one. Fuck. M1, Blue Ball Services. You all know that. Don't you? Blue Ball Services.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were going up to Burnley, funny enough, FA Cup game. And we pitched up there in a minibus. And all of a sudden we got out and all these geezers were looking at us and they were Port Vale. Port Vale guys. And there's about 16 of us, I suppose. And they're on a coach, so there's about 52 of them. and like we stood there and we're like, right, okay. So we just like nonchalantly walked into the Blue Ball Service.
Yeah, like don't look at them.
You know, just don't look at anybody.
We keep an eye out in case they're coming for us.
And like, you know, okay. Nothing really happened until we come out and the transit bus coach thing we're in was totally smashed. Tyres slashed, windows gone, radiator gone, absolutely wrecked. And they were like on their bus giving us all the.
Yeah. How did you get to the game?
We didn't.
This is the days before CCTV, mate. Like, you know what I mean? You could literally get away with fucking murder. Yeah, you can get away with murder, mate. Yeah, it's mad. Somebody in the Neftali says, Jezza, I'm sure I've seen you on Green Street. Do you know what? I'm going to tell you a funny story, right? You know Tony Rolfe?
Yeah.
He's in that film, I think.
No.
Yeah. I'm sure it's Green Street. He's in that film. Yeah, I don't know which one. I'm going to have to ask him. Yeah, I'm going to have to. I'm 100% sure it's that film.
Greece.
If it ain't that, it's Football Factory. Yeah, but I'm sure he's in one of them, 100%. Yeah, ask him. You know him.
What in the crowd? In the
Yeah, I'm sure he's in it. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, I'm sure he's in it. Yeah, he told me this when I was working with him years and years back, and I was like, "Shut up, Tone. I've watched them films all the time. I've never fucking seen it."
Exactly.
I'm in it. But the thing is, maybe he's just a fucking in the background somewhere. I don't know, but he's in it. He's in it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask him. Yeah, he's a good old boy. He is, Tone. Good old boy. Proper Chelsea as well, man. Fucking. He told me a story where they played. I think it was in Rome, Chelsea. Yeah, and they fucking took over the whole square. They had the Chelsea fucking flags hanging off the monuments and everything, mate. Yeah, they went to the nightclubs out there, and it was just fucking. They just literally charged in 100 up. Yeah, fucking took over the whole fucking nightclubs and that, man. It's mad. It's mad. It's mad. It's actually insane. But yeah, football back then is different, man. Like, they didn't play for the money back then. Kenny says it all the time. They weren't playing for the fucking money, mate. They were playing for the badge. Yeah, they were playing for the fucking badge. And
the honour. The honour.
Yeah. And the thing is, that's why so many of them go into punditry, because they've probably earned more money out of punditry than they did playing football. Do you know what I mean? If you think somebody like Micah Richards, who's a very good pundit, by the way, he's grown on me massively. I didn't really rate him when he first came in, but he's a bit of a slow burner, and then it's like, yo, you're actually fucking cool, man. Like, it's proper funny, isn't it? Right. Yeah, it proper triggers Souness as well. Yeah, and fucking Keno. Yeah, he does. He triggers him. But you know what? He wasn't the greatest of footballer. Yeah, and yeah, he won a Premier League, but he wasn't amazing. And he probably didn't earn a massive, like, he obviously earned a lot of money, but he wouldn't have earned a massive amount. I guarantee his Sky contract, he's earned more money.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Guarantee it.
In a year. Probably half a million a year.
Let's say if he's even on like 1 million a year, yeah, he's probably not far off what he earned as a footballer. And if he renews that, it'll be renewed on a higher value, let's say 2 million a year. Now he's earned probably more than he did as a footballer. When you look at players like Kevin Campbell and Wrighty and players like that, they weren't on mega money. Now then Smith and all of them. And then you go back even further to fucking the 70s and that. I mean, they must be sitting there fucking like, yeah, like thinking, yeah, we played in a good fucking era and all that. Like, and it was proper fucking hard back then, and it with Chopper Harris and all them ones, man, fucking kicking you up in the air. Like, fucking hell. Like, it was mad. Yeah, that fucking Leeds team back then was a joke, bruv. Like, literally, shit out of yeah, fucking just like, it's mad. But like, they must sit there and look at it and think, fucking hell, mate, these fuckers they don't even know they're born. They don't know they're born. Like, you got, like I said, there's players in the academy that have earned more than these fucking proper footballers from back in the 70s and 80s, and they ain't even kicked a ball for the first team.
Lee, do you know
it's horrible,
what,
isn't it? It's fucked, man.
So glad, right, you said that, because when I look at someone like a Kenny Sansom, right, with all the troubles he's got, and listen, you know, it was just before my time. I've watched videos of him, and obviously from what my dad tells me, there is probably the best left back we've ever had here. You know, and you see some of these players we've got now who couldn't lace their boots, and yet the average footballer now is got a mansion, got the model wife, got 5, 6, 7, 8 cars, and yet
the Rolex, rings, the fucking earrings. Like Ben White was in training the other week.
Into a club with an entourage, and
Ben White was in training the other week with a Cartier fucking ring on his finger, mate. Yeah. It's like that ring's probably 50 grand, 40 grand, 20 grand, whatever it may be. And you're running around in training. That's just your training ring, mate. Yeah, that's not a going out one. Like, and it's mad. It's actually fucking insane, mate. It really is. It really fucking is, mate. And it's like, you know, these players don't realise how lucky they are, man. Yeah, they really don't. Like, my old man, I've said this to you guys before. When Zidane went to Real Madrid for 50 mil, he said, I'm done with football. He goes, football's finished, mate. 50 million for one player, plus wages. No, I'm done. Even though he rated Zidane, he said, I'm done, mate. 50 mil. And I think that was, 2000? Yeah, it was about 2000, around that sort of time. Yeah, that was 20 odd years ago. And he said, I'm done. Yeah. Football's finished, mate. Finished. Yeah, now fast forward all these years later, it actually is, isn't it? Because now you've got kids that are fucking earning 50 grand a week and never kicked a ball for the first team. Yeah, don't care. They ain't interested, mate. Now, I said this the other day, right? If you're on a contract, yeah, where you're on, say, 10 grand a week, that's $500,000 a year. Right? If you're on 20, that's $1 million a year. You're on 40, that's 2 million a year. You're 18 years old. You've played a couple of games for the first team. You're on 2 million a year. Right? You go and stay at your mum's house. Yeah. Make sure she gets a little fucking nice little birthday present and Christmas present. Make sure she's sweet and all that, yeah? You could probably pay her mortgage off. Yeah, so you're sweet. You stay on that contract, yeah, for 4 years, right? That's fucking 8 million quid. Get a decent accountant. You'll keep him fucking 6 of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got 6 mil. You've paid your mum's mortgage. Let's say that was 100 grand, 200 grand. You could literally bank all of your money for that 4 years, still never kick a ball for the first team. And then at the end of that contract, I'm retiring now. And you've never kicked a ball for the first team. You got 5 mil in your bank, 6 mil in your bank. It's a fucking joke, mate. It really is.
You live off the interest comfortably.
Yeah, the interest on $1 million's $1,000 a week.
Well, I said to you before, Lee, that was Sky Sports started that in 91 with
92,
Monday Night Football.
92, 93, yeah, the first season, yeah.
You know, and yes, okay, sorry, mate, 92, 93. And they threw so much money into that with sponsorship and stuff. And all of a sudden, you've got players, as you quite rightly say, back then, minor money, 20, 30 grand a week. Now you got like aubameyang, 350 grand. And I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. It's going to delude you from being attentive to your football. If you're getting 350 grand a week, and his purchase is for hypercars, then every month he can afford to buy another supercar.
Every week.
He's on about 1.5 million a month. Yeah, let's take off his tax. Yeah, let's take his tax off and all that. He's still clearing $1 million.
That's a joke.
Because he'll have a sick accountant.
300 grand. Yeah. And he's got a penchant for supercars. And good luck to him. I love cars. One of my things is cars. But the fact that him, Messi, Ronaldo, all these top names can do that leads to a delusion to your ambition in the fact I want to strive to be the best footballer. Because if you get that sort of dollar and you've got a beautiful wife, lovely house, beautiful cars, guy comes every week and details them for you, so they look immaculate. Do you really have the ambition to be like a top class footballer anymore? Probably not. I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. If I was getting 350 grand a week, I'd be thinking, thanks very fucking much. I'm changing. I'm training 2 hours a day. Yeah. I'm training 2 hours a day. Yeah. I drive in with my lovely whatever
Lamborghini.
Car I've got, whatever it is, Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren, whatever it may be. My wife's driving around in a top of the range Bentley Bentuga 4x4, 250 grand, and I've got a Patek Philippe £200,000 watch my wrist, and all this and all that. Where's your ambition to be better? Where?
And that's why I rate players like Messi and Ronaldo. Yeah, Ronaldo's not as good as Messi. Yeah, he never has been. Yeah, but I rate his dedication and his fucking work rate. Yeah, because that guy could fucking easily quit football if he wants. He's 36 for fuck's sake. He's 3 years younger than me. Yeah, his body's fucking ripped. Yeah, he's got a fucking lovely family. He's got fucking 2 Bugattis, by the way. He's got a Chiron and a Veyron. Yeah, I mean, we're talking fucking over £1 million a car here, yeah, right? But he don't turn up to fucking training in them, as far as I know. He turns up in the Bentley. Do you know what I mean? But my point is,
slumming it.
No, but my point is, it's like, Ronaldo is probably a freak of nature because he's totally gone away from what fucking all the step overs and all of that when Aboué kicked him at Old Trafford or wherever it was, just fucking went straight through him and said, fuck you, and just kicked him. Since then, of the step over king, he's gone to just an elite goal scoring machine, and you've got to rate him for that. Yeah, his work rate to constantly keep on Messi's tail, numbers wise, is relentless. But again, you look at Messi. Yeah, Messi's just some fucking average Joe. You look at him, if he wasn't a footballer,
you
would walk past him and not fucking notice him. Yeah, he's the greatest footballer I've ever seen. Yeah, and every time I fucking see that guy, yeah, it's not in the papers. It's not out in a nightclub. It's not you know, buying another car. It's not with a drip. It's not, yeah. Listen, if Aubameyang wants to do that, good luck to him. Everyone's different. They can do what they want, yeah. But you're right, Jez, yeah. It comes down to personal preference, number one, yeah, and will to win. Yeah, and Messi had it in his head, I want to be the best player on the fucking planet. Yeah, and then when Ronaldo started fucking getting near him numbers-wise, he was like, fuck this prick, I'm going again. Yeah, when he scored that 92 goals in a calendar year, oh my days, mate. Yeah, but you know what? He actually broke Gerd Muller's fucking record. And how many years ago was that?
Yeah.
That's how good Gerd Muller was. Because he weren't playing in this fucking pansy era where you get touched and it's a free kick. Yeah, he was getting lumps kicked out of him, yeah, and he still bagged 90 goals. Yeah, or whatever it was. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, mate. And it's like, no, that's why I like people like Lewandowski. Yeah, Lewandowski, like, is just an average guy. Like, you don't look at him and think anything flashy about him. You never see him in the papers really for the wrong reasons or anything like that. Yeah, like Aubameyang, you don't either, to be fair. But it's like, you got to look at the ambitions of some of these players. Yeah, the three that I've just named before Aubameyang all play for three of the best teams in, well, Man United, I suppose you could say, with Ronaldo and not the best team in the world. Yeah, but Messi now plays for PSG, but he is Barca's all-time top goal scorer. Yeah, Ronaldo's Real Madrid's all-time top goal scorer. Lewandowski, I'd imagine, I don't know, but I'd imagine he's Bayern Munich's. Yeah, and it's like, them three players just were like, yo, I want to be the fucking best here. Yeah, and if you look at Messi's and Ronaldo, nobody's ever overtaken their records at them two clubs. But Barca, I think he's 400 goals clear of second place. And Suarez is third on their all-time top goal scorers list.
But right, see what you two are saying right here, and all the guys.
Yeah, man said Salah as well. Yeah, Salah's another one.
Oh, Salah's
yeah. Salah's Lewandowski's second for Bayern, but Salah's another one. Yeah, like Salah, I've seen him pull up in a petrol garage. I don't know whether it was a fake video or not, but he pulled up in a petrol garage and there was a guy there begging or something. Yeah, he pulled up in his fucking fat motor. Yeah, went to the cash point, took some money out, and said, "Here you go, mate." And it's like, that's a nice touch, isn't it? And it was caught on the CCTV in the Shell Garage in Liverpool.
Read it. Look what I've just done.
Yeah, see, things like that piss me off. But you know what? It wasn't actually him that tweeted it, yeah? Right? It was the petrol garage attendant guy who tweeted it off the CCTV. Yeah? But it's like things like that. I'm just like, yo, that's fucking sick, bro. Right? Because you appreciate what you've got.
Yeah. Look at Kante, N'Golo Kante.
Another one.
What does he drive? He drives a modest, was it a Beetle or something? He's got, or a Mini, something like that. He's a baller. He's class. And yet you see, it's like everyone makes out, the Kieran Tierney with a Tesco, every little bit helps and all that sort of stuff. And this is what I'm saying, Lee. It's like you're saying that. I remember Rio Ferdinand used to come out and say, do you know what? When we played alongside Ronaldo at Man United the first time around, every training session, we'd all go home. He was out there for hours perfecting that free kick, practicing penalties, right? You go to his house, he's got a chef for that, he's got a physician for this, he's got he was teetotal, he didn't drink. The dedication. I'm a Messi man. I'm like you, I'm a Messi man. But I've got to be honest, what Ronaldo, to have that hunger to do it season in, season out, when it's getting harder, everyone knows about you, everyone knows how you play, to reinvent the wheel. Yeah, these two to be at it like
that.
The
figures they've posted is a fucking joke. Let's be real. Nobody's ever going to do that again.
It's not here that we've got. No. And that's what I'm saying.
Look at the next generation down. Yeah, you got Mbappe. Mbappe ain't ever going to post them figures, bruv. Yeah, Erling Haaland, maybe. Yeah, because he's smashing Champions League figures for fun. Yeah, he's got the quickest to fucking 20 goals or whatever in Champions League. Yeah, but it's like, is he going to go on and bag 750 goals in his career? That remains to be seen. Man said Kante drives a Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, all them Chelsea stars are turning up in their Lambos, Ferraris and Bentleys, and he's coming in a fucking Mini. I like people like that, man.
I do. That's what I'm saying. I love it.
It's like Richard Branson, yeah? Richard Branson, yeah, and fucking Elon Musk, for example. You look at them, you'd never know they were fucking billionaires. No. They're same as Jeff Bezos. They look like scruffy fucks. Yeah, especially Richard Branson. Like, he's just some fucking scruffy bastard, bruv, yeah? But that guy is a multi-billionaire for a reason. Yeah, but he ain't interested in drip and fucking nice hair and fucking good looks.
What the fuck is drip?
It's clothing, Jez. It's nice clothes. It's expensive designer clothes. Jez, let me tell you something, right? spending fucking 700 quid on a pair of trainers, yeah, is not fucking anything other than stupid, no matter how much money you've got. Yeah, like, let's be real. You could earn £1 million a week. I'd earn £1 million a week. I still ain't spending 700 quid on a pair of trainers, mate. I think the most expensive item I have got in this house, yeah, this apartment, other than my Mac, which is for work, and my lights and the green screen, I think the most expensive item I've got is my electric toothbrush, which was 400 quid. And I didn't pay for it. It was a gift. So it's like the most expensive item's this that I'm sitting on, which was, I don't know, 2.5 grand, 3 grand. But it's a work thing. So, yeah, clothing wise, I think the most expensive item I've got, I don't really fucking know, if I'm honest. Maybe it's 70 quid pair of trainers or a fucking 75 quid bruised banana Arsenal shirt. I ain't interested in drip. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like
drip. What's that about?
Because they're dripping. They're dripping. Yeah, look at them. They're dripping.
I'm old. I'm sorry. I'm just old.
I'm old as well, Jez. Yeah. It's like, I ain't interested in all of that. There you go. Man lives in a house worth 50k, Elon Musk. I like people like that. The guy could go and buy whatever he wants. He could drop 50 quid and not even bother picking it up, because by the time he has, he's earned it back.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like people like that, I rate them because, do you know what? Like, Elon Musk has got elite mentality, bruv. Yeah, that guy is going to be fucking remembered for donkey's years, man. Yeah, it's mad. And this is the thing.
He does, man.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Some of these players, the money goes to their head real quick. Yeah, Jack Wilshere was one of them, by the way. I remember seeing Jack Wilshere at the training ground. He was coming out in a fucking Ferrari Spider. Yeah, and he had it in grey. Why wouldn't you get it in red? Yeah. Got it in grey. He had a grey Ferrari. I think it was a Spider. I don't really know Ferraris, but I'm sure it was a Spider, yeah? And he's coming out revving his engine and all this and that. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Then you see Aaron Ramsey turn up and pull out in a fucking basic Range Rover. You got Jenkinson pulling out in a fucking Overfinch Range Rover. Yeah, pimps up and all of that. And it's like, you can tell the difference between a decent fucking footballer that takes his career seriously in Ramsey, sorry. And then these two idiots, yeah, that fucking think they've made it already. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, and it's no coincidence one's fucking begging for a fucking training session. I don't even know where Jenkinson is. And the other one still plays for Juve, even though he ain't that great. Yeah, he got the move to Juve.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that just goes to show the difference. It's a mentality thing. Kante turning up in a Mini Cooper, mate. Fair play to that bloke.
Yeah, I'll never forget it. And do you know what, right? It's when you get players who have the arrogance, and that's what I call it now, it's arrogance, who have, you know, they've got the arrogance to come out and say, I don't watch football. It's just my job. I'll never forget, the very first player I heard ever say that was Aouar Koto. Right back, I believe, at Spurs. Do you remember when he first came out and said it? And that went down like a lead balloon. And now, like, you hear about, I mean, like, I know Bellerin's come out and said it, and I just look at it and I just think, do you know what? Even if that is true, don't come out and say that. Like, have a bit of, like, respect for the fans. But players of today, they're all mercenaries. They don't care. As you just said, Ben White, what's he done? And he's turning up with a Cartier ring or whatever it is. And and this is what I'm saying. I look at Souness and Keane. Micah Richards, I'm like you, I like him. But the amount of times I've seen Keane shut him up. Because Keane, no, but I'll tell you, you know what it is, Lee? You know what I like, right? When I go on YouTube and I type in the best of Roy Keane 2020 or 2021, and you see all these clips of where Micah Richards is trying to say this and trying to say, you can't talk to Keane because Keane's been there. He's done it. And he's
like,
won the T-shirt. Exactly. You can't tell Keane nothing. Oh, that lucrative contract. Yeah, you know why, Micah? I was the best there, and I put it in, week in, week out. What did you do? Micah can't say nothing to that. And this is what I'm saying. When you've been there and you've done it, no one's telling you nothing.
That's why I like Jose. That's why I like Jose, because you can't say shit to Jose Mourinho. Yeah. What are you going to tell Jose Mourinho about fucking managing a football team? You can't tell him nothing. He's won more trophies than most football clubs. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's true. He's won more than Tottenham Football Club, and they're one of the fucking biggest in the country for trophy haul.
All you get is what did he do at Spurs? Oh, so let's just dismiss his whole career. Let's just talk about his very last.
Mate, people were doing that with Ancelotti, Diesel. They were doing it with Ancelotti. What did he do at Napoli? What did he do at Napoli? Oh, he done nothing at Napoli. Yeah, what did he do at Everton? Yeah, guess what? He's going to fucking win the league at Real Madrid, mate. Yeah, again, by the way. Yeah, again. Why did Real Madrid want him? Because he's a fucking top manager. Yeah, just because it didn't work out at Napoli and it didn't work out at Everton, yeah, it doesn't mean that they're a shit manager overnight.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to look at the bigger picture. Yeah, fair play to them for taking the job because they thought that they could do an upturn in performance. They obviously couldn't. I didn't expect Real Madrid to come back in for him. I can't lie. Yeah, but when they do, you're leaving Everton all day long for Madrid. Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
You know, fucking Pep would probably, well, no, actually, saying Pep, he's fucking been bastard, isn't he? But Klopp would go fucking take that job over Liverpool.
Oh,
Yeah, I believe that as well. I fully believe if fucking Real Madrid offered Klopp the Liverpool job, he'd leave. No, sorry, the Real Madrid job, he'd leave.
Yeah.
It's Real Madrid. It's once an opportunity, fucking once in a lifetime, mate. Yeah, they are the fucking one of the most decorated football clubs in world football. They've won over 120 titles, trophies combined.
Yeah, it's the mystique, isn't it? It's the mystique of, you know, it's that old saying, isn't it? Once Real Madrid come knocking, they're only knocking once. You have to go. You just have to.
Exactly. Same with Barca though, but Barca to a lesser degree now. But yeah, man, it's mad. It's fucking mad. Oh, this stream's been lit, bruv. 2 hours. I was jumping on for half an hour. I was supposed to be ordering up an Xbox and fucking phoning my pals and that. Do you know what I mean? Instead of sat here with my pals.
Yeah, come on, LG.
Yeah, I'm ordering an Xbox, man. I'm going to get an Xbox, get it delivered this week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, come on. I'm going to start showing you fuckers how to play FIFA properly. Ultimate Team, yeah. Watch how much money I throw at it, yeah. Newcastle settings, bruv.
Yeah. I read about that.
I'm dashing money at it.
Budget now, isn't it? Newcastle.
Hey, bruv, I'm throwing FIFA points at it for fun, mate. Yeah, watch. I fucking road to glory. Fuck road to glory, bruv. Yeah, it's fucking pay to win.
You still got your gaming channel? Is that still going? Or are you gonna...
Well, it's a vlog channel which isn't really vlogging at the moment. So, do you know what? I don't really know what I want to do with it, if I'm honest, Diesel, because like it's hard work without having a car here. Yeah, it really is. And to buy a car is a fucking rip-off out here. Like even a Basta 04 fucking Focus is £4 grand. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous money, mate. Yeah. Then I could go and rent a car, but then you're talking like over £1 grand a month, like euros wise. And it's like,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, do I really need to spend that much money out? It's more expensive than my fucking rent. And it's like, maybe I should just do the vlogs here and there, maybe do some watch-alongs for other teams on it, and stream some FIFA on it. And then when I do go out and when I do go away for the weekends and stuff like that, maybe vlog on it. I don't really know, mate, if I'm honest, but it's got nearly 6,500 subs just sitting there doing nothing at the moment. But I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm going to have a think about it this week and see what happens.
It's a good channel, man. It's a good channel.
Thank you, mate. It's just, do you know what it is? I just fucking don't like editing. Why do you think I stream?
From a selfish point of view, please don't stop it, because I told you the other day, innit, my mum and dad, right, they love that channel, yeah, because obviously the Spain thing, right? So yeah, if you stop,
they're literally around the corner as well. That is literally fucking a 5-minute drive from my gaff where they live.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She'll be in bits if you stop that. Yeah. So listen, I can't.
When are they out here?
Back, man.
Man, still
she lit it up. Your lovely little girl.
Yeah, brilliant. I know. The little shit. It's their birthday next month. Yeah, I'd fucking just transferred their mum her birthday money to get her some presents and all that. Yeah. Fucking hell, mate. Like, seriously.
Back for Christmas,
he's not eating for the next month.
Nah, mate, I'm on beans on toast now. Do you know what I mean? She's 12 this year. Like, she's demanding up fucking electric scooters at $350 a pop. I'm like, you need a license for that.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I was like, you ain't getting one. Sorry, mate. 350 quid. You're taking the piss just to go to school and back. Like, come on.
Are you coming back for Christmas this year?
Am I fuck? why would I come back to freezing? Why would I come back to freezing cold England when I can go and have a barbecue on the fucking beach? Yeah, when it's 24 degrees on Christmas Day. Like, no, I'm not. I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back this year, man. I'm staying here this year. Every last 2 times I've come back, I've been stuck there for fucking lockdowns. I ain't coming back again, mate.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, you haven't. You?
Yeah, and it's like when I'm paying my rent out of my gaff and I ain't in it. Like, fuck that. I ain't coming back, mate. Yeah, I ain't coming back. If somebody said in the chat, get a PS. I'd love to get a PS5, but I ain't paying over the odds for it. I ain't paying over the odds. So I can get one. I ain't paying 8 or 900 quid for it. Yeah, I'll just get an Xbox Series S. Yeah, buy FIFA, whack a load of FIFA points on. Go and get my boy Rude Hullet. He's the first buy every single FIFA. I've not played FIFA Ultimate Team in 2 years. Yeah, mate, Ultimate Team, right? I used to be fucking half decent at it, yeah? But I pay to win, mate. I don't give a shit. I'm going Rude Hullet, Neymar, Mbappe, fucking all the top ballers, bruv. Yeah, fucking Kante. I build a super team, yeah? Fucking R9. Yeah, icons galore, bruv, yeah? Like, I do dough on it. I had Ronaldo. I think my last team was Ronaldo, like Cristiano, R9, Neymar and Mbappe, Ruud Hullit's always the first player I buy though, like because that guy, even in the 90th minute, bro, that guy never loses energy. Yeah, no, it's an icon card. So they do 4 different cards for each icon. Yeah, so you'll get the baby icon, which is his first card. Yeah, when he was really young. Yeah, then you'll get his mid icon, then you'll get the prime icon, then you'll get the fucking, I think it's called the super icon or whatever it's fucking called. Yeah, so, but each one, I think Ruud Gullit at the moment is just ridiculous, man. R9, they haven't dropped the top ones at the moment, but the top R9 card is just a joke, mate. Like it's like 96 rated out of 99. It is fucking ridiculous. Press shoot, it goes in from anywhere, even if you ain't facing goal. Just press shoot, it's in, mate. Yeah, it's pathetic. Yeah, so yeah, I normally go Gullit, CR7, but like I said, I didn't buy the last FIFA. It's the first FIFA in 21 years I've never brought. Yeah, so I've had a little bit of time off of it now, and I'm thinking, yeah, get back into it, man, because then I can stream on that channel. Then I can stream a bit of FIFA. I can do a little bit of career mode, and this is funny, yeah. Anyone who watched me during lockdown last time will know that I won the league with Newcastle, right? Yeah. I won the league with Newcastle on career mode, and I won the Champions League twice in a row. Yeah, so in 3 seasons, I won 1 league and 2 Champions Leagues. I qualified for Champions League. Then I won the league and the Champions League the very next season. Then the season after that, I won the fucking Champions League again with Newcastle. Yeah, I had João Felix, Werner. I had fucking a sick team, bruv. I had a mad team. Kai Havertz, Mbappe. Yeah, Mbappe and Werner. Fucking João Felix. That team was mad. It was mad. Yeah, and it's like now fast forward a year later, and that is basically Newcastle now.
Do you know what, mate? I was going to say that's a premonition, isn't it? Like...
And I did a career mode with what was the team in Ireland, man? They're the worst team in Ireland. Yeah, they're not even on the game anymore because they got relegated out of that league. USD Dublin or something, or wherever they were. They actually fucking watched my stream months later and DM'd me on Instagram. Yeah, the verified football account, their actual football club. Yeah, right. They fucking said we've been watching your career mode.
No way. Serious?
Yeah, UCD Dublin. Yeah, they're a fucking they're like a college or university fucking club, bro. But I said, yeah, I'll go and get. The guy goes, you've done us proud. I said, yeah, no worries. I'll go again next season. He goes, we're not in the game. We've got relegated.
Oh, that's jokes.
Yeah, I won the fucking league and the Europa League, I think, with them. Like, it was mad.
No.
Yeah, it was mad. Yeah, I won fucking trophies with them, mate. I had some geezer up front. Fucking, I can't remember his name. He was fucking quality. Yeah, it was fucking, he was bagging 70 goals a season. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fuck these like 4-year plans, bro. If you go and do it in the first season.
Do you know what I'm saying? All this project stuff. Football Manager is out next week, by the way. Well, the 9th of November. That's my game. I love that game, by the way.
I love that. I love Football Manager.
Oh, yeah. And Suresh, this will never happen, mate. I wish it would, but it won't. Money is killing sport. What do we reckon of a UEFA-wide salary cap to stop clubs buying? No, never going to happen. Never happen.
It'd be an infringement of human rights. It'd be an infringement of fucking working rights. It'd be an infringement of some other fucking earnings rights or some bollocks. Yeah. And they'll come out with some sob story that it's only a short career. Okay, yeah, short career, but you can earn 150 million quid in that fucking 12 years or 15 years. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, which is fucking obscene, mate. But it is what it is.
Just very quickly, do you still think the Super League is going to happen? I do.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, it's just a matter of time, isn't it? Yeah.
They've revamped it. You can get relegated now. They're going to do two leagues, so you can get relegated and you can get in via your Premier League or your league.
Yeah, so it's still going to happen. They're just tailoring it. As, yeah.
Great comments. Yeah, I like people like that, man. Same with Didier Drogba. The amount of shit Didier Drogba's done, Ivory Coast, mad.
He's done loads. But do you know what? It's when they come from these, what you call it, underprivileged or poor backgrounds, abroad.
I appreciate it more, man.
It's like those. Lee, how many times have we said it? South American, it's an untapped market. Arsenal, we've seen it with Sanchez,
Suarez and fucking Messi. Yeah, we're probably running around with no shoes on their feet playing football. 4 years old. Tevez is another one. Yeah,
Ronaldo does an awful lot. That recently, that little girl from Portugal.
Yeah,
she needed a severe operation, and it was 60 grand or something to be operated on in America. A couple of 3 months ago now, and he contacted the mother and father and said he'd pay for it, and they needed a jet with full medical staff to fly her to America. And he said, I'll fly you in my jet with full medical staff to wherever it was in America. He paid for the mother and father to stay in a hotel. He paid for the 60 grand operation. So, you know, we have to say, well, they're lucky to be in that privileged position to do it. But so, you know, when people return that to somebody who is in dire death situation, you know, I'd say big hands up to that man for doing that.
100%, man. Ronaldo does do a lot for charity, man. He really does. He does a fucking lot, not just for charity, but for people like that. He does loads. And the thing is, he's probably off the pitch a really, really genuinely nice guy, but on the pitch, I can't stand him. He's just a little bitch. Yeah, whereas Messi's probably roles reversed. Messi's such a nice geezer on the pitch, and he'll square it for a tap in for you to win the game, but he's probably a prick off the pitch. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know, maybe Messi is a nice guy. I like Messi. I don't want to think he is a prick, if I'm honest. Yeah, I love Messi to bits, mate. Best baller ever. And I've seen him fucking live as well. I've seen both of them live. Him and Ronaldo live, man.
See Ronaldo at Man United against Arsenal.
Do you know what sickens me though, Jez, right? See what you were saying there about that girl, was it 80 grand or something, just say for her operation? Do you know the amount of arseholes, right, nowadays who'll look at that and think, well, so he can afford it. And I'm like, hang on a minute. Number one, that's irrelevant. That's not the point. He's done it. Number two, when you hear about, bless her, Isla, the West Ham the young girl. And in my head, I'm thinking, hang on a minute. You're telling me, and between all those West Ham players, they can't stump up. And it's little things like that. Now, they can turn around and say, well, it's up to us. Why should we? Okay, fair enough. But then I think, well, hang on a minute. When you look at the hospitals and, you know, stretched and stuff like that, and you think some of these players can't give $1,000 out of their wages. Imagine if they all did that. Now, I know some do, but I know a lot of them don't. They refuse. And I look at that and I think, we're talking multi-millionaires here. And yet, for a good cause, or for a young girl like that, you know, who's a West Ham fan, by the way, her family and all that, you'd have thought they could have stuck together and paid for that operation, but they didn't. So what they do is they plug it, leading out on social media for the likes of us to chip in, which is fine. I just think that sometimes there's more that these clubs could do.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
They earn millions.
100%, mate. I'm not gonna say too much, but when that particular girl, and like her family must be so mentally strong, when they played us at the Emirates, I'm not going to say too much on this, but let's just say, Arsenal fucking stuck their oar in about collection boxes around buckets around the ground.
That's it.
I ain't saying too much more on that because it is what it is. And it's like, you know, when you stand outside and you got the bucket and all that. Fucking Arsenal stuck their fucking nose in, mate. So it is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna have to bounce, lads, because it's fucking 11 here.
You giving me a time.
I made about 4 hours ago.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
You're a great show, guys.
Thanks for having me on as well. Appreciate it, man. Big up to everyone in the chat.
Thanks,
always,
mate.
Anytime, you boys are welcome. You know that. I love you both, man. Come on.
Thank you, mate.
No, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And guys in the chat, I want to down actually because I missed about 6 or 7 super chats from the last stream. I've actually wrote them all down.
I'm gonna have to bounce,
No, go on, Lee. Cheers, mate.
Thank you. I'll set her out. I'll set her out in Spanish. I'll set her out in Spanish. Is Arteta fuera. In Spanish. All right, I'm gone. Thank you, Diesel. Big up the chat.
Love you, man. Come on.
Diesel. Thanks,
mate. Catch you soon.
Nice one. And guys in the chat, whoever's not following or subscribed to Lee, I know the majority of you are, but for anyone who isn't, Lee Gunner and also more Lee Gunner. He's got 2 channels here. So please follow him. Great mate of ours. Tells you how it is, just like us too. Go and follow him. Jez?
It's been brilliant, man. Thank you.
No, anytime. Listen, mate, anytime. Always welcome, Jez. Come on, you know that.
It's been great to have interaction and a good old chat. So I've loved it. Yeah, it's been great. And
that's it, mate.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the invite. Thank you.
Now, listen, it's not a one-off, Jez. You're coming back again very soon. That's non-negotiable. That's not even a debate. All right. So, yeah, make sure you come back.
I'll be back, man. I'll be back.
Lovely. Nice one. Nice one. I'm just going to wrap up now. Was it 2 hours and 10 minutes? I've got some super chats to read out. So, guys, you in the chat, I'm so sorry. The last stream I did, I know Jez was in the chat. I rambled on and on and on, and I missed out on some super chats. And I don't take that lightly because I know, obviously, you know, you work hard for your money. So I've wrote them down, literally, as you can see, wrote them all down, right? And I'm going to read them out right now because I feel bad. So we're going to start off with Cliff. Cliff, what we deserve and what we can get are two different things, bruv. No top gaffer will come to a team where football is not primary concern of the owner. Fact. That's actually true.
Good comment.
Cheers, Cliff. Really appreciate that, mate. And I'm so sorry. I know I messaged you in the week. So sorry, I forgot to read that out. The next one was from Steve Featley. Stephen Featley, big up yourself, Steve. Hi, Diesel. I DM'd you on Twitter, mate. I can't stand this fan base anymore. It's a joke. The excuses for this parasite, Diesel, I'm assuming you're on about Arteta. I can take on Terry in the Arteta debate. Stephen, my 8-year-old son could take on Terry in the Arteta debate, mate. So trust me, that's not hard, is it? But no, listen, I appreciate that. And so, thirdly, GT Playboy, thank you very much, mate. Your super chat in the last stream was big up yourself, Diesel. I agree, Arteta is useless. So thank you, GT Playboy. We've got Suresh Lakshmanan. Sorry, Jez, I'll be 2 seconds. I'm talking as quick as I possibly can. Buy pirated, stream pirated, and boycott games. 100%, mate. The club owes us. Still hopeful of new ownership. Even Thierry Henry is fed up. And we all know that obviously Thierry's been coming out and saying, well, in layman's terms, what the hell is going on at this club? He sees it. We've got Bertrand Soup. Lovely guy, Bertrand. Always keeping it real. Big up yourself, bro. Thank you very much, Bertrand. And the very last one, Mark Arthur C. Phillips. Big up, Diesel. Watching from Bermuda. Rest in peace to Claude. Was it his birthday? It was, mate. The day before I went live, it would have been 59. So, yeah, it was his birthday last week. So, yeah, big up to Claude. Rest in peace to Claude and to Chig. Miss them both terribly. Big losses. And, yeah, listen, I just wanted to read out those super chats. I'm so sorry I forgot to read them out last week. I went on a rant. And I missed them. And it's not something I'll take lightly. I'm quite embarrassed by it, if I'm honest with you. But I love you all. And thanks for staying with us. 2 hours and 12 minutes. Big up as well to Lee Gunner and to Jez for coming on. Two guys I really do respect and I love, man. So I could watch you guys all day long. I love people who speak truth. I can't stand fake. Just telling people what they think they want to hear. I like people who just don't care if they upset anyone. You can only speak your truth. And as long as you're always truthful, then do you know what? You'll always have my respect. So, Jez, thank you very much for coming on, mate. Top man.
Diesel, man, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. And, yeah, I do speak what I think and probably grates a few people. I know it does. But be honest, man, I don't really care. I'm old school. I'm old. I don't care. I want my Arsenal back. I want the Arsenal that I grew up with from 1967. So, you know, I really don't care what people say.
No, exactly. But it's all about opinions anyway, you know, Jez. And obviously, it's like we say earlier on, you know, with a lot of this online fan base, as you said it as well earlier on, some of these big channels really should be saying what we're saying. They should be speaking from the heart rather than what gets them ratings and views. And who knows, if they did, then maybe we'd demand a bit better, and maybe obviously these youngsters would follow suit, because we all know that there's a lot of impressionable youngsters out there. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong in that. You know, you're at an age where you're watching the biggest channels going, and obviously you're going to lap up and take in what they say. Really, they should be saying what we're saying, because surely we just want better for our club, don't we? But what do I know? But yeah, so much appreciated to everyone. Thank you, Jez. Top man.
Pleasure.
Guys, we're not going to leave it too long. next when I'm on. I'm not going to do tomorrow because I have plans, but I'm going to be doing. What is today? Monday, isn't it? It's Monday. Right, I'm going to be doing a stream Wednesday. I want to do a member stream this week. If anyone sees Terence, can you please get him to ring me? He's gone missing. I can't find him. He's not answering my calls. I don't know where he is. Probably still in Mikel's bed. But other than that, love you all. If you see him, tell him to bell me.
People, and Arteta out.
Arteta out.